Hello! Yes, it's me, and only me at the moment, because my partner in crime is not here. I don't know what to do. I got to produce the fucking thing myself. You know, there's no one here to stop me from saying cunt before 10 minutes is up. Oh, shit. I did it. Good evening, all. Welcome to Shelfside Spurs. So, yes, my co-host is not here today. He might be joining us later. It depends very much on how he gets on at his local educational establishment. He's at a school. Okay, I'll leave you to decide what he's doing there. So yes, I can't even ask anyone how they're doing, apart from all you lovely people in the chat. How are you all? Let's see who's with us. Eugen has done his thing. He has managed to get pole position again. First one in the comments. Big up to you, Eugen. Thank you very much for your comment. Adrian Sroker is right behind him with an evening all. 5 minutes later, see, Eugen, this one came in at 7:08. He was 22 minutes before the curve, would you believe? Then comes Adrian, and then they come thick and fast. Andy G is with us. Big up to you, Andy. Andy, thank you for joining us. We have Jim, just a guy who loves Spurs. I wonder where his good lady might be. Ooh. Hope you're feeling better, Jim. Chris Agambar, the greatest Chris Agambar the world has ever seen, is here with us. Some drunk guy from the West Country is here with us. I believe his name is Mark Cousins. I'm sure he's drinking plenty of cider and having fun. Chris Peters, big up to you, Chris. Thank you very much for joining us, along with Phil Baby, also known as Blakey. We have Stuart here with us also, and from Slade Prison, Norman Stanley Fletcher. Lily White Lane is also with us. Big up to you, Lily White Lane. Thank you for joining us, as is Kate. I wonder where else she could be. Ben is in the chat. Sophie turns up only 9 minutes after we go live. Usually she turns up just before the end so she can get her name check. Right? No. Big up to you, Sophie. Thank you for joining us. Mark Cousins again. He's here. No, he's thing. Adrian, Rez, I came here because I need more insanity in my life. That is true, Adrian. We all need much more insanity in our lives. Paul Brown is with us as well. Good evening to you, Paul. As is Roy. Big up to you. And all the way from the depths of Canada, I think, we also have Jacob from United Spurs of Canada. Big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us. Now then, Nick. Oh, he's not here. I guess I better bring some guests on. Now, the question I have, of course, is what order do I bring them on in? So if you could let me know in the chat what criterion I should use for bringing them on. It could be anything like, depth or density of hair on their head, for instance, or it could be speed at which they can swallow 12 hot dogs, something like that, and then I will bring them on in that order. Ronan's here with us. Thank you for joining us, Ronan. I would do the funniest in order of funniest, but then unfortunately I'd have to leave them all in the back room. So unfortunately, yes, that's not really a criterion we can use today. Adrian has said chronological order. That might work. I like that one. That's not so bad. Chris Agambar said usefulness. That's useful. That is actually useful. I'm going to put that one in reserve because I think that Scooby-Doo has got it. Most likely to be a serial killer. I like this one. So I think I'm going to do it like that. So most likely to be a serial killer. Out of the four of them, I've got four guests. I think this one's most likely to be a serial killer. You know?
You're right. You are so right.
You've got the, and also I think I'm glad I didn't go with Jim's suggestion because I reckon I would have to be first always. Next in line, I think probably this guy is.
You're right, Barry. I mean, I just said, what's the point without you running the thing in the background? Yeah, I know, mate. But I mean, it's
next most likely to be the serial killer. No, next most likely to be serial killer. I reckon.
I said to him, "Fuck you, Rez. I'm not coming on your shitty little show without Barry on there."
It's true. Sorry, did we interrupt a phone call?
No, I was rehearsing a play.
Oh, okay, good, excellent. Some tragedy, I'm guessing.
Very, very tragic indeed. It was called Romero and the previous defender before Van der Ven.
That's right, him. That's that bloke. That's right.
Yeah.
I think out of the 4 guests, I think this person is probably the 3rd most likely to be a serial killer. That'd be Ben. Yeah.
It's always the quiet ones.
It is always the quiet ones. It is. You know, that's the thing. I think though you still score relatively highly. You'd come middle of the pack if we had like 5 guests.
Fence-sitter.
We've only got 4. Yeah.
Fence-sitter.
And least likely. See, the thing to bear in mind is that we're not talking in absolute terms here. It's not like Kate is the most likely to be a serial killer out of the 4. Therefore, she is very much a serial killer.
Yes, she is.
And likewise, it doesn't mean that because Bobby Kay is the 4th least most likely, or the least likely.
No. Cougar had to leave because Brez already put him on screen. He just did the same to me, bro. No, that's why he left the chat. I know. I got to get in here and suppose. Yeah. No, something about we're all serial killers, and he puts Ben in like 3rd last. Like if anybody, Ben should have been 1st, right? Hold on. I'm off mute. Yeah. I'll talk to you later, bro. Love you, man. Okay. Yeah. Hi. Welcome back to Shelfside Spurs. Good afternoon, everybody. Nice to see you. Especially you, Rez. Oh, where's Nick?
And he was never seen from again.
Yeah.
So anyway, welcome. Let's go around. Kate, how are you doing? You've had a couple of sort of negative outcomes, let's say, recently. How are you doing? Have you and Jim recovered from those? Are you getting better? Everything all right now?
I'm gradually getting better. Not been great today, but Jim's really suffering. He's back at the hospital on Monday to get his arm checked. But we're alive. We're kicking. What else could we ask for? And we're here on Shelfside Spurs Show.
That's it. You see, what else? What else does one really need? You know,
should probably have asked for less, to be honest.
There is that. Other than a shed load of cash and someone to share it with, what more can you want, really?
Exactly.
Uwe, how are things in your part of the world?
Looks all right, actually.
Yeah, good. Ben, how are you?
Apart from the absolutely biblical rain and not being able to walk, we're doing all right.
Excellent stuff. Yes, you hurt yourself just this evening. Is that correct?
Walking to the pub. So it's the pub that always gets you.
Yes, it is. That is true.
That is true. It was to walk home from the pub.
No, walking to the pub. The pub made it better.
That's what we said. I mean, usually you go to the pub and then you do something to hurt yourself. I think you're being. Is this like an efficiency thing? Is this like an efficiency thing? You're trying to end yourself before going to the pub so it doesn't interfere with your drinking.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's good. That's helpful. Bobby, when was the last time you hurt yourself in and around the pub?
Oh, in and around the pub, long time. I only go to the pub with the kids, so unfortunately I have to behave.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Hey, dude, I got an even bigger battle here, trying to get them to go to the Liverpool game next week, and they're like, "No, Uncle Brian's not there, and we don't want to go."
If you're not throwing up into the bath after falling into it, what are you doing?
It's true.
Obviously not doing it right, Benny. Obviously the Canadians don't get it right when it comes to the pub.
No, eh? No, eh?
No, eh?
No.
Eh?
Anyway, so as I say, my partner in crime is not here, so I'm sort of having to wing it a little bit because production values have obviously decreased. So let's start off here. First of all, have you all enjoyed Amorous Congress with the like and subscribe buttons?
Yes.
If not, you don't know what you're missing. You know, lady and gents, tell me, why should people enjoy Amorous Congress, with the like and subscribe buttons?
I think Bobby needs to go first.
I think Bobby needs to go to the toilet. That's why he's putting his hand up.
What is Amorous Congress?
Amorous Congress is
a division of Parliament. I'm not
you know your favorite website?
Yeah.
That's Amorous Congress.
No, it's not. It's Pornhub.
Yes. The content is Amorous Congress.
It's porn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think it through.
Sexy time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want me to wipe the like button with my tissue?
Let's just move on. Let's just move on.
Smash the like button.
No smashing. What you need to do is you need to lift
gently caress it in making
need
love
to
like
lift
it is a
your-
long-term wife that you love.
Yes.
your vessel of likitude, move it towards the button that looks like it's about to thumbs up, and then click it very slightly so it makes sweet, sweet love to the likable
No,
vessel.
do it rougher
Okay.
than that.
It depends on the circumstance. It depends on the circumstance. But ultimately, be it gentle or rough, between the sheets or up against the wall, it's all Amorous Congress. Okay? So go ahead. If you haven't already, please do give us a little like and a subscribe and leave us a comment downstairs. Leave us a comment downstairs. Leave us a comment. Do join us in the chat, please. We don't tend to read many comments, just the ones that sort of make us laugh. But if you can make us laugh, if you can be silly, we'll bring it up for you. So apparently, I have been left with a few Spurs on this day a la histoire. So here we go. I'm trying my best here, guys. Apologies if it goes a bit right. So on this day,
I'm quite open to making some up on the spot if you'd like.
Oh, could you? Yes, please. So could you give us a Tottenham Hotspur one first?
Yeah, perhaps we could do it. We'll create one between the four of us as guests.
Yes. So on this day in history, okay, fine. So what we'll do, we'll go round. Okay. First of all, we'll start. So one of you give us a year. So Kate, give us a year.
Well, the year I was born, 1978.
Okay. So on this day in 1978, Kuva, what happened first?
Shortly after leaving from the premiere of Star Wars shown in Ipswich.
Yeah. Tottenham Hotspur, Ben.
Managed to drink themselves very, very silly on some dark brown sugar rum and
Bobby.
Fell all the way down the stairs of the cinema as they were leaving because they all went to watch the premiere together. And it was a very disappointing day as two players ended up with runny noses.
Runny noses.
Was it an Amorous Congress at the premiere?
No,
We'll come to that. We're not quite finished. Kate, they then went on to play who?
Oh, I thought he was going to say they then went on to play with, and I was going to say lightsabers up their bottom, but they then went on to play Arsenal.
Kuva
with lightsabers up their bottoms.
With lightsabers up their bottoms. Ben, at which stadium?
at what's it called, Gillespie Lane, with a jar of Vaseline.
And the result was, Bobby?
The result was actually hemorrhoids for all the Arsenal players because instead of Vaseline, they put hot sauce in there and then rammed the lightsabers up there, deciding to beat them on the field as well. A smashing game like this Sunday, 3-1.
Excellent stuff. Fantastic. There you go. So Spurs on this day à la histoire. That's what happened. So in the Premier League on this day à la histoire, in 2008, Manchester City 6, Portsmouth 0. 6 different players scored for Man City in emphatic home win over Portsmouth. But it's Man City, so it was cheating, whatever they did. In 2014, Leicester City 5, Manchester United 3. Leicester City fought back from 3-1 down to secure a stunning victory over Manchester United at the the King Power Stadium.
Oh,
Born. Oh, hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
it's little K.
Carry on.
It's little K.
It's little K. It's little K. It's little K.
Stealing my juice. Stealing my juice. Go get your own. Go get your own.
Juice with a lot of
I
rum
love
in
the
it.
way Bobby's got L&R on his earphones in case he gets confused which is left and right.
To have them on the right way?
Which is ridiculous. He's
No,
got
you haven't.
No, that's the best part. I was wondering whether it felt funny.
Born on this
Oh, there you
day,
go.
Richard Dunn in
Oh, God, there's so much
1979,
more comfortable
Kevin Gallen. It is
Wow.
Kevin Gallen's Kevin Gallen. Who's Kevin Gallen? Does anyone know?
Played for QPR, I believe.
Ah, okay. Kevin Gallen turns what? That would be 48 today. Julian Gray turns 44. Ben Mee turns 34, and Andrew Todd is 49. So happy birthday.
Julian Gray had that wonderful portrait made of them, didn't they?
Yes, he did. He kept it in the cellar, in the attic. Sorry, yeah. No managers were born on this day in history. None whatsoever. There are none at all. None at all. Anyway, I'm clicking through and I'm going to do it all at once. Fuck's sake, he has to go off to some poxy meeting or something.
Hey,
Who
relax,
gives a
relax,
shit? Right.
relax.
Sheffield United.
Yes, Nick. Are you
Spurs
missing
2. Yeah, a little bit.
Nick?
Tottenham 2, Sheffield United 1. What a game, right? What a game. Okay. Let's have some general discussion about it, guys, and then we'll go into each player one by one. Kate, give us your thoughts.
I thought, excuse me. I thought for the most part it was pretty crap, but ended up being a great game with a great result. And I think I might have weed myself a little bit when the winner went in, but it was all worth it.
Yeah, I think we all probably weed ourselves a little bit
Oh, good.
towards the end.
Good.
Kuva, did you wee yourself?
No, I weed on somebody else because it would have been disgusting otherwise.
That's usually better. That is
Good
usually
choice,
better. Yeah,
Good
yeah.
choice.
Was this during or after the game? Was it related to the game? The wee?
It was actually on the nearest Sheffield United fan because I like to piss on their dreams of staying up this season, and nothing quite did it like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I enjoy doing that as well. That was a lot of fun. Ben, did you do any kind of urination on individuals, Sheffield United or otherwise?
No, I'd already gone to the toilet at half time, but if I could have, I would have weed definitely in the direction of the Sheffield United players because of their, let's say it, less than the appreciative tactics in the football match. Basically, they're a bunch of cunts. And I need to stop fucking time wasting because time wasting gets you nowhere. It makes you look like a total prick. And you need to start playing football instead of fucking time wasting the entire game. You utter bunch of useless tossers.
Very well said. Chris is weeing right now,
Yeah.
which is good. Adrian
Me
enjoyed
too.
the beer, which is nice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You didn't have
Mark-
a beer at the stadium.
Mark says at his age he's lucky if he doesn't wee himself. I get that. I understand that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Adrian had a different reaction. Don't know
God.
why. So, Bobby, did you watch the game?
I did.
Excellent. Sophie is asking if Ben just said cunt. Ben, did you just say cunt?
Yeah, I did.
You can't say Ben, you can't say cunt on this show.
You can.
You know what, Bobby? Because we've got the man stealer on top of us, I think we can say what we like.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, okay then.
I think that's fair.
Especially that person there who's stealing this person there.
Yeah, I don't appreciate you putting them side by side, Rez, but we'll talk about that after the show.
Don't appreciate that. Now they're there.
Yeah, no, he should.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my man. Yeah,
Like that.
I don't know.
Oh,
That's fine. That's fine.
like that.
No, because
Okay, you can. I'll tell you what, Kuva, you can host. I'll produce.
Okay, let's start off with a little game of on this day in à la histoire, shall we?
Yeah, yeah.
And on this day in 1978, Vicario was doing what, Kate?
What was he doing, Vicario?
Hmm.
He was leaving Bobby Kay and Ben to come and make an appearance on my show.
There you go. Nice Friends reference there. Excellent.
Rez, we could really speed this round up, couldn't we? What was Porro doing on this day?
I believe that he was filleting a goat.
Sorry, I should have changed the year. If the year was 1373.
Oh, in 1373. Oh, sorry. Yeah, in 1373, he was playing Sheffield United.
Yes, because they really did waste that much time.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah. It is true.
He wasted so much time. He went back in history. He went all the way round and back.
Well, that was the thing. There was no more time that could be added on at the end, so they had to add time on before the game, basically. So it extended back through time to the 14th century. It's true. Apparently, according to Sophie, Vicario was swimming in his dad's special.
That's what I was going to say. He was battling 3 million other souls to see who would escape the pool.
Correct.
That's it.
I think that's a very impressive. Yeah, that's a very impressive bit of tantric sex, really, isn't it? For 1978.
Yeah,
that's quite a considerable holding back period there.
Yeah, that's it. He's just like holding it and holding it and holding it and holding it. Yeah, I get that.
1999 or whenever he was born. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. He's 24 or 25 years, about 1990. Yeah, 22 years. That's hard. Fucking hell. That makes me feel old. Our goalkeeper is almost half my age. Oh. Anyway. So let me put this back into some order again. Kuva, talk to us about Vicario.
Well, overall, I think he surprised a lot of people that had doubts. Mm-hmm. I think he just carried on his rich reign of form, really. There was nothing he could do against the quality strike it was. That, let's be fair to them. That's the one thing they did in the game worthwhile.
Yeah.
And Harmer just drilled it into that far corner. No chance for the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Other than that, fairly quiet game for him. Whenever he did need to do something, he did it well. Yeah. And he's getting more and more comfortable within the team. So, how would you really rate him on a scale of 1 to 10? I think I would go for platinum. Platinum with a hint of...
Yeah, absolutely. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Any other thoughts on Vicario, guys?
No, none whatsoever. Oh, the rest.
Anyone else?
I was surprised when we did the player ratings with the kids that he only got a 6 from Gold. I thought he was, didn't do anything wrong.
Who gave him a 6?
Alistair Gold. I was shocked.
What?
Yeah, he
Negative.
was surprised with his player ratings.
Negative.
Yeah. Oh,
what?
so you don't know? Oh, you didn't watch the boys' show? Oh, okay, appreciate you supporting the kids, Rez. But had you watched the show, you would have seen that.
Am I subscribed or am I not?
I don't know. Doesn't matter if we don't watch them.
But did you?
All right, kids. No. Uncle Rez will watch.
Did you move?
Look, Chris, stop crying. It's okay. He'll watch the show.
Did you move your vessel of likitude towards the button of likitude?
I did. I did.
So it doesn't matter then.
Yeah, but I was surprised that he only gave him a 6. I don't think he did anything wrong.
I don't think he did anything wrong.
No,
I thought he did really well.
Ali Gold's clearly a very hateful man.
He is.
But normally, that's why I was just shocked with it, because normally it's the opposite. He's very generous.
Ali Gold is part of the Nick Collison fan club of Emerson Royale, and every time Emerson Royale is not on that football pitch, he is deeply distressed.
It's funny because actually he gave Emerson a 12.
Yeah. Correct.
Great save with his legs. Agreed. Can't really say. Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, I thought he had a really good game. You know, you can't. There was nothing he could have done about that goal. It was, you know, I think this is a mistake a lot of people make. It's like almost like if the opposition score a goal, there's one player at fault always. It's not always the case. Sometimes the other team just do better. Does happen. You can concede a goal without making an error. You know, or
there is a player you could blame entirely.
Oh yeah, Eric Dyer. We know that.
Yes, exactly. When he struck that ball in, where was Eric Dyer?
Exactly.
On the bench.
Exactly. You know, it's all Eric Dyer's fault. It's all Eric Dyer's fault. Before we move on to Porro, Andrew Gregory raises a very interesting point, which I think colours the entire discussion of the game. Who gave other channels permission to stream at the same time as Shelfside? You're absolutely right, Andy G. We certainly didn't. Right. Anyone who does want to stream on a Thursday does need to come and ask us, and anyone who hasn't needs to be hamstrung. I feel, personally, flayed.
I agree.
You know? Flogged across flogged across a gun carriage.
It's quite a step up from hamstrung to flayed, really, isn't it? So
yeah, but I mean, you use a flensing knife.
Don't they know better?
True.
You know,
I love a good flensing knife. I already do.
Me too.
Me too.
It's lovely. You know, anyway, on to the thing. Pedro Porro, Ben.
It was all right, really.
Yeah.
Didn't really do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't do anything bad. As I said, the Sheffield United players didn't really do anything the entire game. So Porro didn't really have to do anything either. So wasn't too stupid a game from Pedro Porro. He's getting a bit more confident. He's still not the greatest defender in the world, but maybe you could give him a bit of fault for the goal for not being there to carve the shot. But I don't think he had too bad.
I think that was his man, actually, Ben. I think the Hammer, is it?
Yeah.
I think that was his man.
Was it? Emerson Royale for Tottenham captain. Nick was right all along.
I'm not 100%. I might be wrong there, but from what we saw, I thought that was his man, if I remember correctly.
I don't know.
Talking about
Nick was right.
4 days ago now, 5 days ago.
Nick was
quick
right.
question for you, Kuva. Where does tarring and feathering fall in that spectrum of sort of hamstringing to flaying?
I think, well, if it's actual tar, that would be absolutely horrific, wouldn't it? There was it would be scalding hot and long-lasting burns. So I think that's even above flensing. By the way, when he said flensing knife, is such an implement actually necessary in that case?
For flaying, no, you can do it. You can do it with a bog standard dagger if you want. It would just take longer.
Flensing, specifically flensing, isn't that more a melting process?
No, flensing is a very thinly sort of. It's like a filleting knife, you know. They're really thin.
I thought the act of flensing wasn't that. But I thought I was melting the skin away. I thought the flaying would. No.
I didn't realise that Kuva was this generation's Ramsay Bolton.
It's the slicing of sort of skin.
It is the more detailed thing. Yeah, so it's a precision instrument, really.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
I think we've all learned a lot here.
I think so. Ian is saying if it's in cold tar, what about them?
I don't like their music, to be honest. I think everybody copies them.
Yeah, true.
Very true.
Bobby, Christian Romero,
fantastic, isn't he? What's he got? One yellow card in five games now. You know, the kid that we expected to just be a bull in a china shop, running around, running into things, smashing people, making stupid decisions, has calmed down. It just shows what happens when you give him a proper defensive partner, somebody you can rely on, almost one on each side, because Porro's been pretty solid defensively, way better than what we expected out of him. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything bad to say about Romero. I'm very proud of him. I'm very happy with the growth that he's showing in his game, the way he's adapting to the league, the physicality of it. His mentality is clearly getting stronger. He's making smarter decisions. I can just see him on the up and up. He's getting better, which is such a bonus and a great thing to watch right now because we haven't had a good defensive pairing in years. So, time's long overdue.
Speaking about defensive pairing, Kate Van der Ven, Big Mickey.
I like Mickey. I thought he done well, considering he was marking McBurney, who's quite a lump. I thought he done well. He held his own. Couple of passes went a bit astray, but generally I thought he had a good game. And I think he looks like he's been playing for us for ages.
Excellent. Any other thoughts, guys, on Mickey?
I was just disappointed with his inability to win a header again. Like we noticed that me and Kuva talked about this at the beginning of the season, where it seems he just can't. I don't know if it's his timing for a guy that's what 6'4".
Yeah,
he doesn't seem to be able to win a single header.
And
McBurney, I believe, is 6'2". If you correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm, you got a couple inches on the guy, and you can't get your feet up before him. I don't.
A couple of inches is a lot, though. To be fair,
I agree.
Coming from you, Kate, I'll believe you. But
it can make all the difference. Is that right, Kate?
It can indeed, a lot of difference.
Happy wife, happy life. Big up.
When
Between
you're a
an
winner,
ooh and an ah.
when you're a winner, you really don't need to
or a
use
fake and a real winner,
like what I does.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
I could say I don't know why Kate's speaking in Somerset accent, but all in and R in is a very difficult.
Difference between ooh and an r.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yes, right. That's right. Where we're it's the difference between when you rev it up and that combine harvester, just brings in all the wheat and just clears the chaff, and you go, ooh. But then when you bake the bread from it, then you go,
oh, being that apple beer, ain't it, Rez?
That's right. And I tell you what, if you want to talk about it, Mark Cousins is saying it all, 2 inches is massive. He's right, it is.
Massive, lad.
Massive.
I'm enjoying this. This actually is like being at the pub.
Yeah.
Be having that beer this time of year, Kuva. Oh, it'd be raining.
Tell us, Kuva, how's your farm nowadays?
No, I'm in the posh area, so
I see.
Kuva?
How's your plants?
I'll be that water.
I'm in the same area of the world where Theresa May came from, so that tells you the area.
Who are it? Be a shithole then.
No.
So Kuva, talk to us about, and we're gonna make sure that as a channel we pronounce his surname properly. So talk to us about Density.
Yeah,
Udogie. That is the correct pronunciation. I've checked.
It is absolutely
Udogie.
correct.
Yeah, not Udogie, as we've heard.
No.
Udogie, which I've also heard.
No.
What was the other one? Just Udogie.
Udogie.
Yeah. It's Udogie. Okay.
And certainly not Utochi.
And certainly not Udogie. That's right. Or Udogie.
Ugotie.
You've heard Ugotie?
Yeah.
Well, that's
that
what
would
it
be
should
all
be
right.
called.
That would be all right if it was a capitalized GOAT. That would be all right.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's Udogie. So
Udogie.
talk to us. Kuva, tell us, how did Destiny do on the day? I thought he was a bit quiet. He was involved, but not as involved as he has been. But not to say he played badly, just that the ball didn't really go to his area very much. But tell us.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. I thought we were just going to answer the question for me.
No. I'm just giving you my thoughts on him and for you to expand on.
Yes. That what he said.
Okay, Ben. How did
he had a very unassuming sort of game? He did all the things he was supposed to be doing. Showed his physical attributes when he had to. Yeah. Yes, Kate. Yes, he did. And then, of course, what a major role in setting up on our comeback with winning the ball back very aggressively on the wing, setting us up nicely. It's that player that really fits what you expect from an Ange Postecoglou team now. Full of running the whole game, power, pace, determination, never quit, I thought he had a really good game, but by his standards, it was quiet because I've got a feeling with this player, he's the sort of one you expect a goal every other game from him. He's that involved, he's that impressive with everything, and Hitoshi is improving with every game as well.
Any further thoughts on Destiny, guys?
No.
Density won us the game. He won us the game.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, no. Again, I'm not I'm not saying it in a critical way. I just say he wasn't as involved as he has been because the ball just wasn't in that part of the field for him very much. So,
but when we needed density to really show the scales what mattered, he was there. He was there. He won the ball back really high in the pitch. He gave it to Højbjerg, who passed it backwards like he always does.
Yeah.
It ended up at Richarlison, and it ended up in the feet of Kulusevski for once used his right foot, and it was in the back of the net. So density might not have been the right play, but it worked. It worked in the end. So density always wins.
As Ian says, they knew better than to try playing him. Bobby, talk to us about Pape Matar Sarr. Now, usually when we ask guests to concentrate on a particular player, we also ask them to talk about the substitute that came on for them. However, on this occasion, I'm going to leave Richarlison until last for obvious reasons. So just talk to us about Pape Matar Sarr for the moment.
Had a very early chance there. I think it was like the 8th or 9th minute where he just had a poor shot put into the goalie. Decent positioning overall in the game. He got into good attacking positions. Just wasn't clicking all the way around. Sheffield set up that back line pretty tight, and they were having troubles breaking down. But I don't think he did anything wrong. One or two wayward passes. Other than that, everything else was decent from him. Again, another solid kid that's growing and getting better with each game and getting more confidence just to get up to where he was and take the shot that he had, even with players available. Young guy like that showing the confidence in himself to take on the shot. Good for him. I just wish it was a better shot. Well, can't score the goals you don't shoot, right? So,
yeah.
Excellent. Any other thoughts, guys, on Pape Matar Sarr?
He's quite game, but he's still giving the energy that we really need as part of that midfield. He's a young player. He's going to have games that are not so good, but he's willing to offer energy every single game. And he's got...
Sorry, Ben. We weren't laughing at you. We were laughing at this.
If you laugh at me, you laugh at me anyway.
No, we don't laugh at you. It's not what we do.
No. Raz just wants you to know, like, you will know when we're laughing at you.
Don't laugh at me because Kimber will come around your house
and kill you.
Yeah,
with death.
No, that's kind of enticing me to do it because it'd be nice to have Kimber come round to the house.
Well, you can get Kimber to come round a lot easier than doing things to him.
Yeah, but I think I'd like to make sure, though, wouldn't I? I mean, if I'm going to make tea and put out a selection of biscuits, then
that's a good point. That is a good point.
Just make sure those biscuits have not got any certain flours in.
That's also true. Yeah, she can't have wheat flour.
I wonder who'd be more excited here if Kimber
Are you
visited.
trying? So what you're saying, Kuva, is you're going to insult Kim, and then you're going to give her biscuits that she can't eat.
Why would I be insulting Kim?
Because it insulted me.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
There's got to be innocent sacrifice.
So what we'll do, I'll tell you what, Kuva, we'll sit down, right, and sort of plan it out. All right, we'll sort of like lay the groundwork and stuff like that.
Some sort of confectionery agenda.
I think so. Something like that.
If you really want to upset Kimber, though, Kuva, you just need to big up Michael Bay in his Transformer movies, and
that's also true.
She'll be there.
The thing is that if you do that, you'll upset me as well, and that's pointless.
You'd have to come round as well, wouldn't you?
That is true. That'll
be the only solution to it. So,
but then you insulted me as well. She'd have myself, Kim, and Rez there.
Oh yeah.
All right, everybody round for tea and biscuits.
Okay, that will work. That's cool.
Bobby, get on the plane. Kate, I'll see you tomorrow.
See if you guys all
works.
come here.
Yeah. Or what we could do is we could hire a plane, right? Fly over to Bobby, pick him up, and then fly back and land in Coover's Garden.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I live in a posh area, but it's not that posh.
Yeah, have you got any long strips of land that you
need at least 2 miles for a runway?
No. Hey, I'll call up one of my family members. We can land a plane anywhere. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Or we'll parachute out into your
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do. What we'll do. Yes.
And we'll stream it live. GoPros.
Yeah.
Damn right. Absolutely. Yeah. We'll put Nick in the cockpit to produce.
You said
cockpit. And then we'll all land. That's the plan. I like that.
No, I'm aware of his driving skills now. I don't think that's going to end well.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. We'll be out of the plane anyway.
Sorry, why did you say Nick's not here? Does everybody know
maybe not when you intend to, though?
Yeah, there is that. We might land somewhere in the middle of the North Sea or something.
Nick is on a secret mission on behalf of Shelfside Spurs Show.
It's true.
Does everybody know he's in traffic court, or what did you guys say where he is?
They said school. They didn't say driving school, though.
While you're here, folks, don't forget to smash the like button the way Nick smashes cars.
No. Bring the vessel of Likitude until the Likitude button.
That's right. Fondle it. Caress it. Tell it you love it if you have to. You know,
posh and stuff. Yeah,
just like that. See the circular motion? You see? That's the way of it.
Wait a minute. Aren't I supposed to be getting close to the camera and going, shh?
Yeah. That's right. Lee asks an interesting question. We'll come to your question later, Lee.
No.
I've seen it. We will get to it. Where were we? Yes. Bobby.
Hello.
Yves Bissouma.
I just did SAR.
Oh, you did SAR. Sorry, Kate.
I did SAR, yes, sir.
Yves Bissouma.
I love him. I didn't think he had his best game. He broke up a lot of the play. I thought he slowed the game down a little bit at times, but I just think he's an absolute savage beast, and he's going to be a massive part of whether we win or lose at the weekend. I think he's absolutely brilliant.
Cool. What do you guys think? Any further thoughts on Bissouma?
First half,
actually, he had a few bad passes.
Kate just loves savage beasts.
I thought it was one of the worst games actually so far, but we're comparing it to all the great games he's had. Kuva, sorry, I cut you off there.
No problem. You can do that anytime, mate, because it's nice.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. See, he didn't say that to you, did he? He did.
Yeah, he did actually last night.
Oh, shut up. Go ahead, Coos. Yeah. Go ahead, baby. It's all you.
No, Ben, after you, please, mate.
Actually, I missed Ben out. Ben, I missed you out, didn't I?
Yeah, it's above my pay grade anyway, Ray, so you don't need to.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I do that, right?
Then you got to switch me and Coos.
Yeah. There you go.
Because that's
right.
I'm in the corner now. I get it. I feel like the token white guy here now. I mean, I'm being oppressed.
It's okay. He does stuff. Come on, he's missing.
I'm not white, Coos, so you're not the token white guy.
Nobody puts Kuva in the corner.
Other corner now.
Hey, Coos.
But there we go. In the center of attention. This is nice. I like this.
It's good. Kuva, our winning goal scorer, Kulusevski.
I was going to quickly say on Bissouma as well, but he forced a great save from their goalkeeper in the first half, with an absolute brilliant run into the box, and he remains one of the sources of the biggest sources of driving forward with the ball we have in the team. I think he had another excellent game, but it's just shown how good he's been this season that we consider that wasn't his best.
That's basically what I was saying, Cooves, that this was even a 7 out of 10 game. At the standard we're holding him to now, that was a bad game for him. That's all.
I understood what he meant, Bobby, but I was translating it for our English followers.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, buddy. That's not,
no problem. No problem.
You're too good to me. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I'll watch you, buddy.
And apparently he's a savage beast. So yeah.
Apparently he's a savage beast.
Me
What
or
about
Basuma?
Kulusevski? What about Kulusevski?
Kulusevski, I think, got a really bad reception from fans, and I couldn't see why. He had more shots than anybody else, created more chances than anybody else. He was a constant outlet ball from the back, right the way through the game, running into acres of space, making things happen. I think it was one of his best games of the season. And I actually heard some people saying he had a poor game, and I couldn't believe it. He was one of our best players. When we needed to make the substitutions, that's why he stayed on, and some of those others didn't.
I'm not sure about it. I'm actually just seeing if I can find the statistics. From what I understand, he has either the highest or the second highest distance run in the entire Premier League.
It's the highest.
It is the highest.
He's put in the most miles so far.
Is that in your opinion, Kate?
No, it's definitely facts. They said it, and I've read it, and it's definitely facts.
Before the game, they said it. So this weekend it might have changed, but with whoever ran. But before this weekend's game, he was number one.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, he just doesn't stop running. Apparently,
just
he does not stop running.
It's the thing with Kulusevski this season is he might seem like he's got a poor game, but he's doing more things off the ball than he's doing on the ball. I still think on the ball, he's still very predictable. We know what Kulusevski is going to do when he does get the ball, which is run down the wing, beat a man, turn back on his left foot, and then eventually lose the ball because he always does the same thing every time.
Yeah,
what it proved. Him being more in the center of the pitch is he no longer has that in his game because can go down both sides. So I think Kulusevski is more in the team, not because of what he does on the ball, but because of what he does off the ball, which is he's aggressive, he's strong, he's good on the ball, he's technically good. And when you need him in a certain area, he'll put the ball in the back of the net. So I still don't think I think a lot of us are rating Kulusevski on what we saw in his first season, which was very high. But I still think he can improve. And that shows the highest. Although we don't believe in ceilings, he's still got a long. I think he can be a great player. But I think it wasn't his greatest, but he does work. He puts in the 9 yards, which is all you need.
Mark got very high and chased sheep on Saturday night. He just thought we should know. Kate, Madders for you.
I love him as well. I think he's lovely. I thought he just creates everything good comes through him. He didn't have his best game again, but he was trying with his crosses and with his shots. And again, he's going to be another key player at the weekend. If he brings his A game, he's another one who could make all the difference. I don't think anyone was fantastic against Sheffield United, but I think that's because they've set high standards so far. But I think Madders done his job. And
absolutely. That's true. Kim's just commented, but that wasn't about you. That's about the show in total. What a load of bum juice. It's true.
Oh, I thought you were saying what you need to pick up from the shop on your way home.
Oh, look, Mr.
I'm at home. I'm at home. She's out.
So what she needs to pick up on the way home, a load of bum juice.
Why would you say what a load of bum juice? I mean, it could also be
the word "want" wrong. It's a type.
No. It could be that she is. It could be that on her travels, she has witnessed a very large quantity of bum juice and is just telling us what a load of bum juice she's saying. That is also possible. I think that's probably the most likely thing.
I think she's asking if you want a load of bum juice. Everybody in the panel, what would you vote?
Yeah. No, look, she knows me well enough to know that I get my bum juice online.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
you're pretty conservative, like I am. Okay,
I don't do shop bought bum juice anymore. You know, it's not a splash. It's not as fresh.
What do you think,
Okay,
Bobby?
you're not.
Where do you
No,
get your bum juice from?
I'm talking. Hold on. We're talking about bum juice. All right, it's a serious thing. I don't buy shop bought bum juice. I'm sorry, I won't do it. Okay, I know that people swear by it. I know that they use it. I don't. Okay, online for me, it's fresher. You know which bums it's coming from, right? And I'm sorry, guys, if you're still buying shop bought bum juice, you have to realize that a lot of the time there's wee in it. Okay.
But technically, isn't the stuff online from a shop? It's just an online shop.
Shop bought as in a retail outlet on the high street or on the street, like a physical shop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than a virtual one. Okay. Look, I have seen the place that I buy it from, bumjuicerus.com, right? I've been there. I've seen the bums that they get the juice from. Yeah. And it's all organic, grass-fed, and, perfect.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
Otherwise,
so why don't you say you like it organic?
It's not. I'm not. It's not. It's not the point that it's organic or not. I'm just mentioning that it happens to be organic as well.
So you don't shop local and support local business.
It is local. It's just down the road from me. How do you think I went and visited them?
You just said you get it online.
They operate online. Their premises are just around the corner.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Now I'm on the trolley.
Correct.
Exactly.
It's not very ethical, I don't think. I think if you're sourcing locally, you should be word of mouth, really, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
Or going straight to the farm.
You can't transport bum juice in your. I mean, you can, but it takes a while to transport the amount of bum juice that we need here.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd empty the dead hookers out of the trunk, then you'd have lots of space in there, man. Just saying.
No, it's not that. Bear in mind, I've sold my car, so I don't have the boot anymore.
Oh, just use
perfect, man. Take a bus. You know how much bum juice you should be able to load that bastard up with?
It's not the point. It had a hole in the trunk, and so the bum juice would leak out by the time I got home.
Oh yeah, Rez. Yeah. Did you sell your car the motorway way?
No.
No.
Okay. No, Kate, I didn't. Any more questions?
No.
No, I'm good. Anybody else?
Okay.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah. I would like to say that James Maddison was my man of the match, not because of the way he played football at all. It's because when the second goal went in and Sheffield United wanted to hurry up to try and get an equaliser, he deliberately fell on the floor and pretended he got cramp and then laughed at the nearest.
I laughed at him. Yes, that was wicked. Yes.
He laughed at the nearest Sheffield United player to pretend that he got injured. Just like Sheffield United were doing from the 13th minute of the football match. So again, Sheffield United, go and fuck yourselves.
Yeah, we will definitely be coming to that. So, just very quickly as well, for those of you who are bum juice connoisseurs, Kim's friend Lisa is informing us all that you can get spunk vodka. So, first of all, hi Lisa. Say hello to Lisa, everyone.
Hi, Lisa.
Say it now.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
And spunk vodka, it is real. It is real. Okay. Also, in Frome, for those that want to buy locally, Frome is in Somerset. I actually used to live in Frome. You can get very good bum juice. And that's actually where I developed a taste for it, Mark, because...
and the river Frome actually does run through Dorset as well.
And it runs...
And rumour has it is 100% pure bum juice.
Oh, well, there you go. That's it. That's probably the thing. I mean, I know Fromian bum juice is particularly piquant. It is very difficult to get because it's like oyster steaks. The butcher gets them. So in Frome, it's mainly the bum juice producer keep the sort of premium stuff for themselves. But yeah. Also, Kim is saying, everyone make sure you report this show for racism. Yes, please, if you could.
Please do. Support my
people. That would be helpful. Whatever made you think that, Sophie? Absolutely true. Anyway, back to the game. Who went last?
Me.
Right.
No,
cool.
I did.
I have not.
I'm Spartacus.
Who's Spartacus? Hands up. Who's Spartacus here?
No.
No? So you, me, and Kate Coover. We're all Spartacus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Me and
That's
Bobby
good.
are we're just Fred.
You're just
Oh,
what?
Frank. Oh,
Fred.
Frank. I like Frank better. Frank.
Fred.
You're Frank?
I want to be Frank. Frank.
Yeah.
That can't be right, surely.
Yeah.
Who's Frank
I
Spartacus?
mean, in typical Shelfside Spurs show fashion, you've given
Mhm.
me Manor Solomon, which is mildly racist, but luckily it's Yom Tif at the moment, so I will oblige on talking about Manor Solomon. And good Yom Tif to you all. I think he's excellent.
Fantastic. There you go.
I
Excellent.
think he's excellent. And
Any
I
other?
hope, I hope he enjoyed his apple and honey, and I hope he enjoys his fast on Sunday evening following Monday.
Yeah, genius. Any other
I
thoughts on
noticed-
Manor Solomon, guys?
I noticed Ben didn't give him man of the match, though. Is that a little bit of
Racist
anti-Semitism
Coover.
that's creeping in that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Called self-hated. Self-hated. Jew.
I was just about to say, you're obviously a self-hating Jew, Ben, for not giving the Israeli player the man of the match. So that's obvious. You're obviously.
I've got to bring up the stereotype. I've got to have the stereotype.
Yes.
Of being self-hating
absolutely.
Jew. And I've also had a schnitzel tonight and blackface.
Oh, was it nice?
Yeah.
What type of schnitzel was it?
It was a Papa John's pizza.
You had a Papa John's pizza schnitzel.
Yeah.
I didn't know they sold schnitzel.
No, I don't.
Oh, good. Excellent. That's helpful.
I just wish
Already found a loophole.
That's true. That is true. I'm being
Our boy.
warned, which is helpful. So if I suddenly disappear, you'll know why. Who's going to talk about Sonny and Brennan Johnson?
Was that me? So my turn?
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
know.
Sam.
Do I look like I give a fuck?
You know what? Pretty much the only thing I saw on the field regarding Sonny was I saw a South Korean taco being made. The guy was eating the taco the whole time. He was sandwiched out. He was completely surrounded the entire time. Not much space given to him off the ball, on the ball. He was marked out very well. Credit to Sheffield for keeping him out of the game. Not no fault of Sonny's. The effort was there. The commitment was there. He was making the runs. He had that one shot that kind of just went off. I don't think it was his best game, but I don't think he did anything wrong again. Just came up against a brick wall, didn't he?
Any other thoughts, guys?
Spot on.
Yep, spot on. He did manage to force one good save. That's all he could really do. Crowded out the rest of the time, wasn't he? But let's face it. We like to flip flop, don't we? So Sonny's now rubbish, and Richarlison.
You should have sold him. Yeah, you should have sold him.
What about Brennan Johnson, guys? Came on, scored a debut goal, which was immediately chalked off.
Yeah, I'm not happy with him because for those of you who don't know in the community, you're going to now know. But during the celebration of that goal, our dear friend Ellie was trampled and smashed and hurt her shoulder and causing a whole bunch of pain and everything before she flies out to Cyprus tomorrow. So Ellie, hope you're feeling better. The fact that the goal doesn't count made it all for nothing, all for naught, as you guys like to say. So to the big fella that ran over Ellie, it was unnecessary and you should go and apologize. And Ellie, if you're cooking tonight, I'll send Tupperware. Thank you.
I will say it kind of was Ellie's fault because she ran down to the front and then everyone
Ellie,
ran down.
that's your part. Ellie, that's your partner. See,
You
she
told
steals my
me.
man, and look
But
how
she's
she
fine
throws you
now.
under the bus. Cooves, I've never done that to you. Just say.
Yeah, I
fine
know,
now,
mate. I know,
You
mate.
see,
And not only will she steal
They're
your
showing
partner
you
in
the
crime,
the
she'll
relationship
send
you're
you under
getting
the
into.
bus.
Yeah, it's all I can say. Oh, sorry, Kate, but you deserve it. You are getting the eye.
Give her a phone.
Ooh. That's really quite creepy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And finalement, here we go. Okay, so obviously we now will talk about Richarlison. We're not going to say any one person, so by all means, guys, just chip in. Finally scores a goal at home and an assist in the game, and then news breaking about possible issues with his mental health that he's dealing with. Talk to us about Richarlison, about the game, about the revelations. Go at it, guys. Help
I'll
Philly
take the
bit.
mental health thing if it's
yesterday.
okay, only because and I'm sorry, I'm gonna be selfish here for a minute. Sorry, Rez. I don't normally talk about this stuff because I've always considered myself a macho kind of guy and a man's man kind of thing. I've never really believed in mental health issues. I believe everything can be worked out with the right mindset and the right commitment. Until recently, some of you know that I've had to deal with something, and for lack of better words, it's fucked me. It's fucked my head. It's fucked my sleep. I'm having bad, violent mood swings from it. It's really has screwed me up. So I understand watching. I'm a 47-year-old man, and this is a 25-year-old kid, 26-year-old kid going through this with the weight of an entire country watching him, putting pressure on him when he puts on that Brazilian jersey. Pretty much all of London getting behind him and calling him out and everything for what he's not been able to achieve in a Spurs jersey thus far. At the end of the day, I've always said this first, that these people are human before they're footballers. And from a human perspective, the things I've seen Richie do off the field for his community, for children, he just seems like a really, really good person. And I'll always support that. And just for that alone, seeing him get that lift to me made him my man of the match, because at that moment, if you care about other people, just genuinely, just humanity in itself, that moment there was more than football. That was uplifting. And cheers, Sophie. Thank you all. I've got a lot of support from all of you. Thank you very much. I do that. This isn't about me. Sorry, I didn't mean to go that way. I just wanted to angle it out that I know there's some people here in the chat even that we say, yeah, we support people with mental health, but we know we wonder, do people use it as an excuse kind of thing, and are the wrong people using it? And love it, buddy. Thank you. But it's not about that. It's if people have real issues, they need to be taken care of, because this shit can really, really mess you up big time. So I'm really happy for the kid. I really was. That moment, the kids hugging me, that moment just really, really lifted me, put me in a better spot. Just thinking back, going back and seeing the goal, and his reaction too, no bullshit, just swept up the ball, said, come on, let's go, let's get another one. Forget tying this game, let's go get it now. And that to me, that fight in him, that I'm lacking right now, that was inspiring to me, because I've personally have to get a fight back, and I'm glad to see that he looks like he's going to put up that fight. So God bless you, Richie, and anybody else that's dealing with anything. A lot of us are here in the community. We're always here for each other. Anybody needs to reach, any of you got my number, by all means, feel free to message if there's anything you ever need to chat or whatever, or have something stupid said to you to make you put in a better mood. You know what I mean? I'm full of stupid things to say on a regular basis.
Big ups, you mate. Thank you for that. And remember, we don't have an issue with people sharing. We know it wasn't about you, Bobby, but we share with each other. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah. Guys, any other thoughts on
Thanks, Adrian.
Richarlison? That's true. Any other thoughts on Richarlison, guys?
He was excellent. When he came on, he was excellent. He added that, not a focal point. He added this bit of energy that really needed against the Sheffield United. Sometimes you need someone that's going to go rough and tumble, someone that's going to have a fight with someone. And he showed when he came on the 80th minute that he's got qualities in him. I'm slightly worried with him not having that aerial delivery with an Ivan Perisic, now that Ivan Perisic is probably not going to be able to play another football game for Tottenham Hotspur. That's fingers crossed he will be able to play a game. But what he did do in that game, everything he needed to do, he did it at a 10 out of 10 pace. So yes, without talking the mental health side of things, which is of course very, very important, when he came on, he was man of the match because he caused something to happen. He caused an aggression. He forced the issue. So Richarlison was my man of the match. He very much was, because he not only scoring a goal and assist, he made Sheffield United afraid, and that's what they exactly deserved, to have someone run at them and cause problems for them. And all love to Richie, because when times are hardest, he pulled a rabbit out of the hat, and that's what you need to do sometimes as a footballer. So hopefully he can continue it.
I mean, obviously, a manager will do that, but Big Ange was asked, I believe, in the press conference before the Sheffield United match about Richie, and he was complimentary. He said that he does do what Ange actually asks of him when called upon. Is it a little unfair for us to judge Richie based on his price tag? What I hear a lot of Spurs fans say is, oh, he cost 60 million, so it's about time he delivered. And it's like, is there still this fundamental misunderstanding about how buying assets, let's call it, works? It's actually done by the person selling it that determines the price, not the actual person, in this case, the player themselves.
Or the
Is it time that we start pushing back against this idea of he costs, any player, not just Richarlison, but any player, he cost 60 million, it's about time he delivered?
Yeah, I think so. It's not their fault. They're not the ones that determine what price they go for. I've been so critical of Richie, and something like that happens and you hear about his mental health and you feel so guilty, especially as someone who's battled it himself. But when he scored at the weekend, Jim got really emotional because you could just see the relief in his face. And it's like, we look at footballers, we think they're in such a privileged position with all that money. But like Bobby says, they're all human beings at the end of the day. And no one ever knows what's going on behind that smile. So I really hope he straightens himself out, gets the help he needs, and comes back better than ever.
You could see the relief in Jim's face. Perhaps you should
be
aiming it away next time.
Yeah, maybe you should watch the game. Yeah,
it's nice of her to look up.
Yeah.
Oh my
has
God.
He had a bet on or something?
Tell me.
Any other thoughts, guys, on Richarlison?
Couple of things about Richarlison. I think, first of all, from the footballing point of view, I remember saying in previous weeks that regardless of what you think of him as a player, and he's not the sort of player I would have picked for the Spurs, I must admit. He's not the silky smooth sort of bag of skills that other players have. Whatever you think of him, there will come a time when we need him. We're going to have to rely on him. He's already shown that time. That could be priceless come the end of the season with some of the objectives we might be chasing, like the fabled top 4 yet again, or maybe even a title race. Who knows? Maybe the miracle happens. No, I don't care. Miracles happen sometimes, mate. Anyway, so there's that side of it where he's redeeming himself footballing wise, showing he's not a complete write-off. There's something there. Then there's the second side of it, the human side of it. And as we all know, a lot of people know Brian Daigle's heavily into the mental health side of things or that. But maybe not so many people know that I am as well. And Brian and I regularly confer with each other about certain people where we're talking to, having really bad times. And there is somebody at the moment, I'm not going to say who it is, but they're having a particularly rough time. Brian and I have been talking to them last couple of days. One of the things Brian did was link a video to a motivational speech. And what it basically came down to, this entire speech, it was the man's story he told it in a very witty sort of way on his graduation speech. And it eventually led to just the wisest words he ever heard was from his dad, who had no qualifications. He was basically a cook. And those 3 words that he said to him was just, son, just stand. That's all you need to do. It's because no matter how much is coming your way, just endure, just get through it. And the fact that Richie, with all this happening and all the spotlight on him and all the pressure on him, he just stood up. He delivered when he had to. He stood. That's all he could do, and that's all he gave to us. And for that, it was as many people found it, it was a really deeply profound moment. It was that all that adversity, all that relief from not just Jim's face, but other people as well that weren't quite relieved. But we all felt it. We're not that.
Keep laughing.
But we shared in it, didn't we? It was an emotional little moment. And if he had burst out in tears at that point, and I felt he was going to, I would have said, you know what, have that moment. Just have that moment of like, showing a fragile side to you after everything that's happened. It matters. It means something. And that's one thing you can never deny with Richarlison. The game matters. He always puts the shift in. Doesn't always go his way, but I think let's just celebrate that little moment with him. There might not be all that many in the future, but he's shown he can step up when we need him. And I think we're going to need him quite a lot this season.
Especially come January.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right.
And like you said, it was just a moment just to step up, even though it was just outside of football. It was bigger than football. Sorry, Russ.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's fine.
Look how philosophical this stream is when Nick isn't here.
It's true. I mean, I don't wish to sort of speak ill of him. Thankfully he's not here. Thankfully he's not here to. He's not here to hear anything you say about him. But yeah, it is less lowbrow. When he's not. Oh, hi Nick. Hi.
I'm here, you cunt.
Oh shit! Look at that. He broke out. He got convicted in traffic court and he broke out. Yeah. Son of a bitch! Wait a minute. Wait, are we accessory to a felon right now?
Doing everything you've been saying.
No.
Did you take a long time? Did you take a long time because nobody would give you car keys or something?
I swear, Nick.
We take the bus back. That's why his license was taken away. He had the bus home.
Well, I was in the back for about 21 minutes, so that's the equivalent of about 95 nuggets, isn't it? So
yeah.
A little bit too much.
So, just other general thoughts, guys. Talk anything else that you want to talk about with the game? Is there any? I mean, what else occurred?
Yeah, I've still got a fucking bruise where I got grabbed. I got assaulted when that.
Is that what Ellie was? That the whole thing with Ellie? Were you involved as well?
Bloody hell! Over probably.
Why is Ellie
I knocked Ellie over. I don't know what story she's been telling. She didn't mention that once after the game, so I don't know whether she made it up afterwards. But I was ecstatic. I've never seen anything like it. Takes one to know one, Kyriaki. With you, we've got a new game for next week. How long does it take for Kyriaki to reply to a message?
Yeah, 4 months.
Yeah,
I was going to say the
average is about 4 months. The average is about 4 months.
So,
He's fine.
Danny, just so you know, the January transfer window opens soon. Just so you'll be there in January. Yeah. Also,
about 4 months.
So obviously, we're gone.
I'd like to mention time wasting because I've mentioned it a couple of times, but I'm gonna add a focal point. Sheffield United and the manager, who I can't remember his name because
Craig Higginbottom.
That's the one. He's got a stupid name as well.
Yeah,
they are a disgrace. They are an utter disgrace. The fact they complained about the referee from minute 13 of the football match, time wasting after time wasting after time wasting. The goalkeeper, every time someone looked at him, he threw his gloves on the floor like it was the end of the world and sat down for 10 minutes. Every time he took a goal kick, 35 seconds. Every time there was a foul, 25 seconds. And then complaining that they added on 12 minutes. They should have added on an entire half because people pay good money to watch football. They pay good money to watch football. And what Sheffield United did in that game was so anti-football that Conte would even have said it was anti-football. That's how anti-football it was. Time wasting, hoofing the ball long, not caring. They are an utter disgrace. And you know what? I'm not someone to wish ill on a football team. I hope they go down because if that is the way they take elite level competition, which is what the Premier League is, it's one of the elite 5 leagues of football, if your only strategy of playing a Premier League football match is to time waste and time waste and time waste and hopefully nick a goal, you do not deserve to be earning that money. You do not deserve to be having the millions upon millions of eyes that watch the Barclays Premier League every single year. You don't deserve it. It's
Do you know what? Can I just come in on that? Can I just come in on that, Ben?
No, it's fake though, isn't it? Oh no, go on.
Yeah. I sort of get where you're coming from, Ben, right? And I agree in principle that what you want is for a football team to play football. However,
not to play football, that to at least want to play a football match, have a strategy.
Yeah, no, I get that. Absolutely. That is ultimately that is what is supposed to happen, right? However, the reason that it doesn't in this case with Sheffield United is not actually Sheffield United's fault per se, right? The problem we've got is that we've built a system in which the Premier League is so lucrative and so much the holy grail that when a team gets there, they will do our club gets there, they will do anything to stay there, right? And there will be clubs that will look at it and say, how are we best, set up to ensure that we don't go down? And it has to be for them a way of they have to play that kind of negative football in order to survive. And I'm not necessarily saying that's the right thing, but the key here is that it's not Sheffield United saying we want to play football like this because we want to play football like this. It's them saying we want to play football like this because it has become so important that we stay in the Premier League that this is the only way we can do it because they don't have the resources. And this all speaks to...
I would rebuttal that, Rez, even though I agree with what you're saying. We have seen other teams come up from the Championship and at least try and play football. I'm not saying play free-flowing attacking football, play man-to-man with us and go toe-to-toe with us. But the time waste from the 13th minute and try and
absolutely
every second out of the game.
I don't disagree with you on that at all. I'm not talking about for me though. It's less about holding them responsible. And for those clubs that have come up and played that better football, a lot of them have gone down because of it. You know, a lot of the time they've had to close ranks, change manager, and change to a much more anti-negative football, for want of a better phrase, approach just to stay up. What we should be doing is asking the question, why do we allow our football to get to the point where clubs feel they have to do this? We should be more equitable in terms of how, first of all, we have to reduce the money that's in football in some way first. And second, we need to be more equitable in how it's distributed. So the Premier League is not the cash cow, because there are clubs that, I mean, this was all in that fan-led review. It's negative behavior. It's abhorrent or abnormal behavior that's being caused by the sheer weight and volume of money. I mean, we're talking about money that in some cases outstrips the GDP of small countries on fucking football. Really? We need to get back to a more pure football. You know, we talk about purity in football. That's part of it. It's got to remove some of the money in it, I think.
I think you're being if it was Luton Town playing that way, because Luton Town but this is Sheffield United, and we know what Sheffield United's ownership is. So it's not like they're skin. We know who owns Sheffield United. We know who owns Sheffield United.
I think you're being way too lenient, Rez. I think Sheffield United got what they deserved, which was nothing.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
I don't think you're showing the required lack of disrespect towards that crappy little Yorkshire club and their smelly little ground. Send them back in. We go there the last game on the season, and I hope we go there, get 3 points, and that relegates them. And then laugh all the way home again. And you can go and play Stoke again next season, like you deserve to. They're a disgusting little club.
After having a trip up to Sheffield for the FA Cup game, Sheffield United fans are really good. they're really good fellas. They're really good guys. I would not want to watch that. If they're going to be watching that all season,
Yeah.
I'm sorry for them.
Well, weirdly, that's the point. That is the point. It's, again, the fan. It all boils down to, it's the fans that pay. It's the fans that pay. Sheffield United fans don't want to watch it. Non-Sheffield United fans don't want to watch it, right? However, they're not the ones whose influence is greatest when it comes to this sort of stuff, right? We don't want time wasting. There are ways in which it can be changed. Does anyone do it? No, because who gives a shit about the fans, right? We don't want to be going to games at 7 o'clock on a Saturday night, right? But who gives a shit? It's the fans that suffer. But TV wants that, so we do that. We don't want to be going to games on Fridays. We don't want to be going to games on midweek things unless they're cup games. Why does that happen? Because it's what serves everyone but the fans. And what is happening with the way that Sheffield United play is a symptom of that, right? We shouldn't have to suffer it. You're right, Ben. It shouldn't be like that. But it's not their fault per se. It's the fault of something bigger. It's the fault of something that is controlling us. And this is, again, it's about us focusing on the wrong thing, which, again, those that exploit us, and they exploit us as fans, want us to have those kinds of discussions. Oh, fuck Sheffield United for their shit football. Not fuck the league that causes them to play that shit football. No, we never have those discussions. I agree. And my rant originally was going to be about Craig Higginbotham, right? Because what he said was fucking hypocritical, right? My response to him would have been, shut the fuck up. We played 12 minutes extra time because you told your players to do that, right? But it's not his fault either. Yeah. I disagree with his hypocrisy, but I don't disagree necessarily with what he did because it was forced on him by the situation, right? He played that game, and it's the only way that they can get something and hope to stay in the Premier League. Look at Luton. You know, right now they have been on the end of spankings for the short part of this season. Why? Because they come to play football, and they're going to go down because of it. You know, Sheffield United don't want that. And so the only way they can do it is to play negative football. Paul Higginbotham, sorry. That's right. Yes, Jim, sorry. Kate, yes.
Yeah, but Luton are going to go down whichever kind of football they play.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, don't see that. No, I'm not having it. Sorry, Rez. I think Sheffield United, down you go. Grow a pair of bollocks, and next time come up trying to play football.
Well, they did last time.
For ages doing it.
They did last time.
Doing it. Yeah,
Sheffield United did last time as well. Sheffield United did last time. They came up, they stayed up for one season, they went down. You know, that was under Chris Wilde. What did they do? They sacked Chris Wilde.
Yeah. And they still played better football under Chris Wilde than they did under that manager.
Yeah, but he paid for it with his job. He paid for it with his job.
But the key was they did stay up for a season.
For one season. But then they went down again. Yeah, that's the point. Everything about for a small club like that.
This whole argument now hinges on if Sheffield United stay up, then they're correct to do it, and if they don't, then you're wrong.
It's not me saying it's correct. It's not.
No.
There's no value judgment.
I'm making it that way.
Okay, that's fine. But for me, it's not a value judgment on whether or not it's right. I mean, if it is, I don't think it is. I don't think
there's no value at all. I agree.
Imagine Cooper and I agreeing on something.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, that actually leads, that quite happily leads into the next thing that I wanted to raise, which is talking of biscuits. Rez, is a Kit Kat a chocolate bar or a biscuit? Well, I mean, I think that obviously because I'm a very kind and considerate person, I'm going to throw it open to my panel, and I'm going to start with you, Kuva. Is it a Kit Kat? Is Kit Kat a chocolate bar or a biscuit?
Clearly a biscuit, because
a biscuit. Ben, is Kit Kat a chocolate bar or a biscuit?
It is a chocolate bar.
Kuva, he says it's a chocolate bar. Why do you say it's a biscuit?
Because Kit Kats are still made without chocolate on them. You can make it with cream. There are birthday cake flavored ones. There's raspberry and cream or something like that. And the one common factor is they have a wafer biscuit running through the middle, which makes it the Kit Kat, is the integral ingredient, not the chocolate.
Okay. Ben, I've heard you listen to that before and describe it as a load of bollocks. Why is it a load of bollocks?
Because it just is.
Okay. Bobby, what do you think?
What he said. He's got proof from my countrymen
Mhm.
that says that it's
You-
a biscuit. Shay asked me, and I have to support. And like Kate, I don't throw my partners under the bus. I support what Kuva says. I love you, buddy, but I can't do it. Not on live stream. I have to support.
Broccoli bar.
Hoover, it sounds
Is it?
to me like Bobby is throwing you under the bus here. Is he throwing you under the bus?
Never.
He can do whatever he wants. He's earned
Okay,
that.
so is it so are you going to agree with your show partner that it's a chocolate bar,
It's a biscuit.
or are you going to
It's a
insist
biscuit.
it's a biscuit?
He's
It's a
agreeing
biscuit.
with me. It's a biscuit.
Oh, so it's a biscuit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ben. It sounds like Bobby's throwing you under the bus.
We can do whatever the hell we want.
Okay, so you're basically conceding that it's actually a biscuit, not a chocolate bar.
I know the truth, Rez. You know the truth. Nick knows.
I mean,
the truth.
I
Bobby
personally
knows
don't give a
the
shit which it
truth.
is. As far as I'm
Knows the
concerned, it's seafood. I see food
Everyone-
and I eat it.
Everyone in the chat knows it, except for Ryan, because Ryan is clearly deranged. Yeah.
That's right. I just put Ryan in timeout, Ben. It's fine. He was pushing.
That's
it.
good.
He was pushing
Kate,
it. He was pushing
Kate, is it a
in
chocolate
somewhere
bar
else,
or a biscuit?
so,
I don't really know, and I don't care. I just like them. I mean, if
Right.
you go in my supermarket, if it's a two-finger Kit Kat, it's in the biscuit aisle. But if it's a four-finger, it's in the chocolate bar aisle. So I think it might be a biscuit that identifies as a chocolate bar.
Ah, okay. So I'll boil it down. Okay. So basically, if you think it's a biscuit, then what you're saying is that Ben is a cunt. If you say it's a chocolate bar, you're basically saying that Kuva and Bobby is a cunt. So which is it?
All of them.
All of them. That's good. That's perfect. Nick, is it a chocolate bar or a biscuit?
Did she say we're all cunts?
Yeah.
I'm
She
I
throws
mean,
Ali
I
under the
agree,
bus, and
I
now
agree.
all of us
I agree
enjoy
with
your
Kate,
show
actually.
alone. I mean, lucky Mia's not here to get thrown under the bus too.
Yeah, Mia's coming.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bobby,
And Ellie.
whoa, Bobby. Thrown under the bus. She can walk under the bus. She's that small. What are you talking about, mate?
Fair enough.
Yeah. See, I think Stuart's put around. Bobby cares a flip flop. He used to say
Big
it's
time.
what?
Big time. I own up to it though, Stuart.
Okay,
I own
that's
up
good.
to it though.
That's good.
I don't
Excellent.
flip-flop. 100%.
That's right. See, so you're all cunts. Rant time. Well, I did my rant. Okay, so again, my rant wasn't actually about this. My rant would have been about Paul Heckinbotham. Thank you, Kate, for correcting me with his
Welcome.
name. Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, what he said was hypocritical after the game. That was the way that he set up his team to play. So he can't complain if that results in us having enough time to go and win that game. Kulusevski is now officially the latest scoring goal scorer in Premier League history. However, for me, it's a case of we have to look very closely at why teams do that. Why do teams play in that fashion? I mean, if, say, for instance, it was an Italian manager, you can sort of understand it because that fits with Italian style football, very defensive, counter-attacking football. However, what Sheffield United do, what so many other clubs have done, is a result, is a function of the football system that we've built. And it is one in which we also suffer as Spurs fans because we have a chairman who acts like a fucking asshole when it comes to the purchases we make. I saw his Bloomberg interview today, and the level of mealy-mouth bullshit that was spewing from that man's mouth, especially given the fact that he was fed the fucking questions, drove me nuts. He turns around and says that Mauricio Pochettino was a really great manager for them. Really? Then why the fuck did you sack him? Yeah? He says that he worries about the fan disgruntlement and how he wants to win things. So that's why you sacked our manager 6 days before a cup final, is it? This is basically Auntie Donna has got her little cauldron out, yeah, and is brewing her potions like a witch that she is, and trying to get Daniel out to burnish his reputation a little bit. He had the gall to say that he's the gall to agree to the fact that he's the owner. Yeah, only because football clubs are owned when they shouldn't be, or they should be owned communally by the members rather than by an individual. The sooner that tosspot disappears, the happier I will be, because nothing he says, as far as I'm concerned, carries any value or weight or truth about it. And we have to do what we can to get rid of this cunt. Rant over.
2 rants for the price of 1.
Yeah, so it's almost like you've been paying attention to what's happened to this club for 20 years.
Exactly.
So it's almost like that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, panel rants. Panel rants. I think, Nick, you've got one, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Go on.
I remember. Did I tell you I had one? Or
no, you didn't tell me you had one. But when you watch that,
I've got one, and my rant is against all those fucking wankers down the road who have somehow turned up this week with the biggest chest. I've seen bigger chests than all these Arsenal fans and fucking Lola Ferrari off Eurovision. What was it? Eurovision, not Eurovision. That actually definitely
Eurotrash. Eurotrash.
These Arsenal fans, Turkish 5-1, Indian Guna in the chat 3-0, Lee Gunner saying we're going to get smashed, Paul Merson. So I am absolutely loving it, because do you know what? We're not expected to win. But if you lot don't smash us 4-0 on Sunday, we are coming for all of you. We are literally coming for all of you. Has already said he's going to put his apron on and he's going to be cooking on Sunday after the North London derby. I love the fact that they come into chats all week. Well, why are Spurs talking about winning? Why are Spurs talking about playing good football? Oh, they've won a few games. They're talking about this. We're not talking. We're just commenting on the way that we're playing football at the moment. But you guys are talking because you're fucking worried. You're worried we're going to come to the Emirates on Sunday and we're going to win, and then you're going to be crying tears through Sunday. You're going to blame VAR. Arteta's going to cry about something. It's going to be the most beautiful sight on Sunday, and we're just going to let it happen. I mean, look at this. Look at this. 3-0 in the first
Indian
half.
Gooner, cut that shit out, okay? 1 diluted Indian per panel, and I'm already here.
Do you know what? I just love it, right? Arsenal, yes, they should beat us, but they're all saying they're going to smash us. So unless you smash us, right, you're in the fucking mud. You're going to be cooked. You're going to have every Spurs YouTube channel coming for you on Sunday. And if we get to the point where we come and get a draw or we go and get the win, oh my God, if we go and win, and if we then go and win comfortably, guys, I'm sorry, you are talking it up. You are the biggest bottle job in Premier League history. Not only once, 3 times. 3 times. You've been top at Christmas and you've bottled it. But no, it's fine. They're a young team. We've learned from it. No one was expecting us to win. The season we came 3rd to Leicester, we were never top that season, but you were. So let's just remember. Also,
can I just interject? They like to say
£600 million for 1 FA Cup with Unai Emery's team. Let that sink in. Mic drop.
What they like to say is they like to do the old 3rd in a 2-horse race line at us. Better than 2nd in a 1-horse race, Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
Any other rants? Who wants to rant next? Kate, you've not ranted on Shelfside properly before. Why don't you?
You got a Max? Has anyone commented on Kate's massive golden cock above her shoulder?
Yeah, she's got a massive one.
No, we were too polite.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I came to ruin the politeness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kate,
You must have moved our camera. 'Cause I never even noticed.
what's your rant for this week?
I think my rant's probably going to be the same as what it was last time I was on here, because every time every day that goes by, my intolerance for stupid people gets smaller. I just can't bear stupid people. And the more people I meet, the more I realise how stupid people are. And that's why I just don't like people. Present company accepted for the most part, but I would just much rather be surrounded by cats and dogs because they don't answer back. They're loyal. They don't stab you in the back. They're cute and furry. Do you know what I mean? And people are just wankers. I had someone smash my car up. Absolute wanker.
That wasn't me, by the way. That wasn't me. I smashed someone else's car up.
Yeah.
The hospital keep putting Jim's appointment off. Cretins. Do you know what I mean? There's just stupid people everywhere. I order things on the takeaway. They miss things. They all bring the wrong things.
Yeah.
They're stupid. Just stupid people. Why can't people just stop being stupid? That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, but do you know what? This is the thing. Arsenal need fans, so there's got to be somewhere for them to go.
This is true.
I mean, the weird thing is, I live at the top of Holloway Road. Or sorry, my old place was at the top of Holloway Road, so it's deep in Arsenal country. So I mean, these poor guys. You sort of see them. Sort of these mutant blobs. Dragging their knuckles across the pavement. There's got to be somewhere for them to be able to, try and clap their hands together over weekend. A lot of them do manage it. You got to give them credit. You do got to give them credit. A large proportion of them do actually manage to bring their hands together. Not many. There's a fair few that don't. But ultimately, stupid people need a club to support as well. So. That's the thing.
You're shining my cock.
I know. Sorry, I
absolutely.
Just want to go on
you should really rub that cock up nice.
Yeah.
Going on about how unloyal humans are and how your cats are so loyal and always happy to see you. Yet Kate sent me this today.
I mean, that's
her cat. Looking at her.
See, this is the weird thing. You've got Arsenal fans who we've been streaming. For this, I think, is our 4th season, right? And we've never once had a Gooner turn up. Now, all of a sudden, they're worried. They're frightened. But we should say thank you to them. Even the one who put a comment in and in his speed, or let's say inaccuracy, pressed enter halfway through a word and then went and had to retype it again. Congratulations, but thank you, because obviously your comment and your chat does help a Spurs channel with their algorithm. So my thanks to both the Gooners who have been commenting tonight for contributing to a Spurs channel. I hope that your knuckles aren't too scraped on your way home from work.
So please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button.
Yes. Bobby K, I've got a Kimber with me now. Everyone say hello to Kimber.
No.
Hello. Jay, your favorite streamer's on.
So,
our favorite
this way. What are you doing? You're going the wrong way.
To come down.
You have been drinking, haven't you? I bet. I saw. So, Bobby, what's your rank? God, your hands are freezing, babe. Is it that cold?
You know what, Rez? If it's okay with you, I'm gonna pass on the rant today. Sorry if it.
Okay, that's all right, buddy. That's fine. Just make one up. Make it up like about gnomes or something.
I'll rant about how stupid the frigging local specialists are, because to try to get a specialist appointment in this city is absolutely ridiculous. I've been, as you guys know, I've had that whole chest infection thing, blah blah blah. So my doctor suggested an allergy test. I got a phone call from them today. Saying that they could book me in for, I think it was February 7th or February the 9th.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So I was like, I've only had this breathing issue for 5 months now. And sure, I can wait another 7. Told my doctor to refer me to somebody. He's about a half-hour drive from me in a neighboring city. He referred me elsewhere and got an appointment in, I think it's the first week of October 5th or 6th, something like that. So how the hell can you have such shitty health services at a neighboring city? I don't know. And I actually appreciate the Gooner fans being here. If you guys can get over, please like and subscribe to the Three Spurs Boys.
Absolutely.
We'll be talking about your team tomorrow as well. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Just, I mean, do you know what we could do, guys? We could do what we did with Spurs on this day, à la Histoire. Actually, you make it look sort of like a cockerel, actually. If I turn my head this way and put it on the side of my head like that, you know, that might work.
Or it's like a native Indian headdress.
What we'll do, I'll tell you what, we're going to help Bobby K make up his rant, okay? So we'll go round and each of you contribute a sentence, right?
I like it.
So we'll start with Nick, right? So Nick, Bobby K's rant is about... this week is about, give us the title.
Ryan Isaacs thinking that he's funny.
Okay, so Ryan Isaacs thinking that he's funny, Kuva.
And that son of a bitch, Sanjay.
And that son of a bitch, Sanjay.
Kuva knows how to get me going.
Mm.
Somebody knows how to put a smile on my face. Thanks.
I tell you what, let me just move Bobby over here for a second.
Hello.
Right? Ben,
Sanjay
what's the
has
next
been,
one?
Sanjay has been stirring the pot recently with Bobby Bye.
Kate.
Sticking 4-finger Kit Kats up his bum and 2 fingers Kit Kats down his helmet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And this Sanjay bloke, he doesn't realise that Kit Kats are for other uses. We won't go to Nick because for some reason he's in the garden. Kuva.
But to be fair, Sanjay may not know a chocolate from a biscuit, but he knows what a finger of fudge is.
Ah. Ben. Ben.
Sanjay doesn't like.
Kate, I know you felt that one.
Sanjay doesn't like. Sanjay not only doesn't know what a chocolate or a biscuit is, Sanjay does not like Teddy Sherincat. Sanjay hates Teddy Sherincat. He thinks he's the worst cat that he's ever seen in his world. Which is
I don't need more inspiration. Fuck you, fucking Sanjay. You talk about my fucking pussy like that, you motherfucking bitch. What have you ever fucking done in your life other than fucking complain about other fucking people? Oh, I watch your show. I fucking complain in a fucking email. You don't know fucking shit. You can't even run a fucking variety shop. When's the last time you stocked your own fucking shelf? I go in your fucking shop. I go to fucking help you out. I look, you don't have product on the shelf. You're a fucking disgrace. You're a fucking disgrace to your family, to the fucking community, all of fucking India. We fucking hate you. Go the fuck back. No, don't, because we don't want you there.
Sugar.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
He's back.
Sanjay.
Love you, boys.
Oh my god!
I fucking hate fucking Sanjay, Kate. You don't know about
Can
fucking
you
Sanjay.
can you stop focusing on the dog?
Oh, he's beautiful. Look at him. Trigger.
Focus on fucking Sanjay, Kate.
Yeah.
I don't know who Sanjay is.
Trigger thinks Trigger's like, we're showing you my bum.
Who's Sanjay?
I don't like
Yeah.
Sanjay.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
she
exactly.
wanted to do
Exactly.
double
Who is he?
Who is
fucking or
Sanjay?
nothing.
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
tell you, I'll tell you in the back room.
Who does he even think he is?
Exactly.
Sanjay upsets my boy
Precisely.
Bobby K. I'm not
You know,
next to him.
Kate, I'll
Yeah.
tell you who Sanjay is. Sanjay is a waste of fucking a sperm. After 3 million, this fucking piece of shit was the one to swim out. I wonder how stupid the other fucking 2.99999 million were.
That's true.
Are you related to him, Bobby?
We'll talk later, Kate.
Okay.
I'm not
Anyway.
related to people that fucking dumb.
It
is
I'm
now
not dumb relative,
time.
but not that dumb.
I've
It is
got a
now
rant.
time.
that Barry
I've
has.
got a rant.
Is it a pug that Barry has, or does he have a new shovel and a bad temper?
Both.
I have a rant. I was
Is the
gonna
dog
talk-
frozen?
you?
I was going to talk
Oh,
about incorrect signage.
Oh.
I was going to talk
You
about
got the incorrect sign. Okay. Talk to us. Tell us.
Mia brought up something that happened on the Coffee Company show. We had a very young fan on our show, a man by Lily White Lane, otherwise known as Robbie.
He's in the chat. Big up to you, Robbie.
And he
Robbie.
turned up on my show and he exclaimed the following note
Crazy
that he'd
things.
never had pancakes with maple syrup on them before in his life.
No,
Ben, separate that. He's never had
He's
pancakes,
never had pancakes
and he's
or
never had maple syrup.
let alone together. How can the education
Coop,
system
breathe,
in this
Coop. It's okay,
country-
Coops. Dude, breathe, Coops.
This country,
Into
we
the
are,
nose,
one of,
out through the mouth.
we are one of the developed nations of
Okay,
the
big
world,
fella.
supposedly. And we've got kids living in West London or further than West London that have never eaten pancakes and maple syrup or separate. We have an entire day that happens in this country called Shrove Tuesday. Even as a very slightly Orthodox Jewish person knows what Shrove Tuesday is in the Catholic calendar. And even I know what bloody Pancake Day is. And we have got kids that are educated, will eventually pay tax in this country, will eventually be working in jobs, will be working for the public sector or the private sector. They will be going to your local Morrisons or your Marks and Spencers, whatever one you like. They have never had a pancake with maple syrup ever.
That's ridiculous.
Forget
To be fair, it's a very American thing, though, isn't it?
No, we have Shrove Tuesday here, Rez. We have
Yeah,
pancakes.
but those are crepes. We call them pancakes, but they're crepes.
They're pancakes. They're still cooked.
Crepes are thin pancakes.
So are the ones that we make on Shrove Tuesday.
We have never. We does not know what a pancake with maple syrup is. It's
Okay, well,
That's
how
fair.
the education system in this case.
I'm a little concerned with the validity of your rant.
To a Jewish school, Rez, and I know what bloody Pancake Day is. He
Yeah,
should
but
know.
those are different. Those are different types of pancakes.
Yeah.
No, it's still
So the
a
pancakes that we get with maple syrup,
Yeah.
right? They're those thick
No.
American types, and the
Yeah.
pancakes that we have on Pancake Day
Thinner.
are thin
Yeah,
crepes.
yeah,
What would you guys
Not
consider
pancake.
pufferges then?
That's fincist, Rez. It's a pancake, whether it's thick or fat. We're
Yeah, you're
pancake
fattest, Rez.
positive.
Being
We're
a fattest.
pancake positive. We're plus size pancakes or thin size pancakes.
Or mini ones.
I'm not judging.
Mini
I'm
ones.
not. I'm not judging. I'm not judging the quality or the
Yes, you
the
are,
rightness of them.
By the
I'm
age
just saying that the pancakes that you have with maple syrup are generally more the American style, what we call flapjacks, and what we have here
Flapjacks
are what
quite-
they call
So,
crepes.
Rez,
Flapjacks because
by
of
the
Italian.
age
That's a
by the
different type
age
of flapjack.
of 16 years, what is
Yeah,
16?
those are oaty flapjacks.
Yeah,
those
that's
are the
one.
bars. Yeah, those we call those oat flapjacks. Yeah.
What's
But-
365.5 times 16?
300 and what?
He has lived 5,848 days in his life, and he has never eaten a pancake with maple syrup on it.
How old is he?
16.
16.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean,
No,
he probably has.
You know what? I'm gonna for Robbie.
It's not acceptable.
The
I'm
thing
gonna-
you've
I'm
also
gonna
got to
make
bear in
sure
mind,
waffles
the
right.
other thing to bear in mind is that we don't generally have many maple trees in this country from which to get the syrup.
You can get
So,
it.
but for us not to have maple syrup here for people to consume is not necessarily an unusual thing. I would venture to say.
I'm with Ben. I'm with Ben.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to step in as well here, Rez, because
Uh-huh.
Ben's having a perfectly good rant, and you'll try and put cold water on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more.
with you. Ben's
I'm
been
more-
wrong on an awful lot of things, but on this one, I'm backing him 100%. He's
Well,
a
you see, the
threat.
thing is, the thing you've got to bear in mind, Kuva, is that the thing that motivates Ben to say what he's saying now is the same thing that motivates him into calling a Kit Kat a chocolate bar. So
That's hyperbolic.
you're
Rez.
basically saying that a Kit Kat is a chocolate bar now.
That's above your pay grade, Rez. You should know it's above
Yes,
your pay
yeah.
grade.
Stop. People need to stop making comments above their pay grade, especially you, Ben.
He, at 16 years of age, should have eaten a pancake with maple syrup on it. I eat at least 5 of those a year.
Well, I
I've
mean,
never had maple syrup.
surely,
Whoa,
if that's
whoa,
the
whoa,
case,
whoa, hang on, break.
surely if that's the case, he should have eaten a nunchame by now as well,
Whoa,
because that is a similarly delectable confection
Yes.
that
Yes.
he should have had.
Right, I have to take this.
hang on. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hey, please just repeat what you just said.
I've never had maple syrup in my life.
Kick her out the show.
Ben, how many? I mean, how old's Kate? I mean, I know you never ask a woman this
Unacceptable
question,
behaviour.
but times that by how
I
many
don't like
days?
the
It must be
sound of
about
it.
3
Sounds
billion.
disgusting.
What's wrong with
Why
you?
does it sound disgusing? It's very nice. It's sweet.
Maple
Do
syrup
I don't
is
like
one of-
syrup. I don't like golden syrup. So why would I
you
eat
like
maple
honey?
syrup?
Do you like honey?
Can
No.
you?
Ah,
Oh,
Okay,
fuck
okay.
it.
You can understand it.
They're all in on
so
it.
you're,
They're all
you're a
putting
Yeah.
lemon curd girl.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you guys?
Because we're
Sophie
not
said-
American. That's what the
said to
Yanks
me,
eat.
who else?
Yeah,
I'm not
I think
American, okay?
it's not. The thing is, I think you're confusing it. I think you're saying that he may have chosen not to have this.
What the hell? Even 10 inches not had it either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the key here is that it's not unexpected. It's not unexpected that this that an individual in this country might not have had maple syrup.
Oh, no.
Purely, I mean, it's about trying to get to the bottom of it, basically. Kim has come in with a very valuable thing. See, the keyboard was right here, but she did it on her phone.
Yeah, because
That's what the big deal is. It's an American food.
Yeah,
Kimber is a strong, independent woman that don't need your keyboard.
Okay.
Amen to that, Ben.
Okay, I'm just on the pancake issue though. For me, it's a case of that. The issue is that I don't think that this gentleman Robbie has chosen, has been in possession of, has had the opportunity to do it, and has eschewed it deliberately. I think it's more that in this country, it is not a particularly significant part of our cuisine's culture, or sorry, our cultural cuisine, and so maybe he hasn't had the opportunity to have it yet.
Exactly.
Is what I think the issue is.
Right, you can go down there. After
Yeah, I'm
that,
promoting you, Raz.
the maple syrup, the maple syrupers will go at the top.
No,
He can go to McDonald's and have it. Pancakes and sausage.
that's actually not maple syrup. That's not maple syrup, and I know because I used to work for McDonald's. It's not maple syrup. It's just it's what they call pancake syrup because it doesn't have any maple.
It's more than what he's had in his life, and more than what Kate's had.
Well, I would argue that a 16-year-old is unlikely to go to McDonald's at a time where they would serve it because they are generally going to be in school at that time or under the under the supervision of their parents. So again, I agree that it's something that someone should try. It is very nice, it's very tasty, but I think more that they haven't had the opportunity is the key here.
How has he never eaten a pancake in his life?
Well, maybe
as far
What is up
as
with
far
the
as I'm
education system in this country where someone has not eaten a pancake? What is up with the education system?
Well, I'm
As
not
far as
entirely sure that it's part of the curriculum.
Yes,
I mean, it should be, but I don't think it is.
Everyone again. Kuva wants to come in. Ben wants to come in. Let the
Yeah,
syrupers
but the thing that they've all got to realize, is that ultimately it's my and your show, and we are the directors.
I'm still going to answer that because if you get, well, say it's approaching 2 decades without maple syrup or pancake. I think the only time you can ever justify that in your life is if your name is Elizabeth Fritzl.
Right. Okay. Maybe it is. Maybe this is Elizabeth Fritzl, and they're going by the name of Robbie or Lily White Lane.
Well, I don't know the names of the other kids. Perhaps it is Robbie.
It maybe is, or maybe it's Robbie Fritzl. I mean, I don't think it is, but it might be.
I think it all comes down to what you guys eat, and like a lot of people here haven't had traditional what you guys consider fish and chips.
Yeah,
I know people here that have never had it. Like,
just
don't get me wrong. Again, I'm not necessarily saying that it is a good thing that Robbie has never had pancakes and maple syrup. Merely that it's
living a deprived life.
Sounds like
it's not unusual. It's not it's not something that would fall outside the realms of possibility
But we
for
have
me. And I think what we should really be ranting about is the system that has disenfranchised him from the ability to have pancakes and maple syrup.
By system,
know?
do you mean his mom and dad?
Yes.
Sorry?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
By system, you mean his mom and
Potentially. I think there may be a parental aspect to it.
dad?
It's
Sorry,
possible.
why am I seeing thumbs up in the chat? What was that about? What did I miss?
10-inch said thumbs up or thumbs down for maple syrup, and he said he'd put a thumbs down for maple syrup. So, and I just think that's
Alan Sibley.
he's putting his thumbs down.
The syrup, dude. That's like a food source for my people, and I mean Canadians, not people. But
Bring your bottle of maple syrup, Bobby. Bring it down again.
I'll go get it.
Ben, it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me post middle finger up emojis in the chat to show my disgust. For all of those
Shocking.
I will do it for you. I will do it for you.
I'm not a moderator on this channel.
You should be a moderator on the channel. I don't control that at the moment. Sorry, just happened.
The fact that Alan Sibley hasn't had maple syrup for this long should be acting as a warning, because we've all seen what he's like in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can someone rant? Can someone rant about people who dislike maple syrup?
Hell yeah.
Go on,
Something
Bobby.
wrong with you?
I'm all right. She's just fallen over.
You
the
obviously
cliff.
haven't had proper maple syrup, and I'm not talking about that Aunt Jemima's brown sugar water syrup thick shit that you get.
We don't have that here. We don't have it. We don't have Aunt Jemima's here.
You can get it. You can get it in certain
But there is. I'm saying the store-bought versions based on natural, real maple syrup, which should come in a bottle that looks like this. Okay, and yes, that's 4 liters. When you buy maple syrup,
Don't throw the cup
big,
at me, though.
okay?
I'm right, Bobby.
Buy
Hey Bobby, you didn't bring me.
My real
You
syrup.
didn't bring me a bottle like that.
Yes, because I could have fit this in my suitcase.
Yeah, you could.
Couldn't you put a little set of wheels on the bottom of it and
I
drag it
bought
around?
you
the
this one though, Nick. This is the same one. This is my.
I know you
buddy's
didn't,
friend.
and it was
That's,
like amber
the local
nectar.
one.
It was like, God, it was like just beautiful when it went on those pancakes.
compared to real like that store bought syrup
Yeah.
stuff. Real maple
Yeah.
syrup is frigging awesome, man.
Okay,
You can go on anything.
now,
No, and
Ben,
Mark has to kiss my
Ben,
ass.
Ben, can you rant about people ranting about people who dislike maple syrup?
No.
Kuva, can
What are you
you
eating?
rant
What are you
about
eating?
Ben's inability to rant about people ranting against people who dislike maple syrup?
What are you eating is what I need to know.
No, I absolutely can't. It's
Okay.
it's against my religious beliefs, I'm afraid. Of
Kate,
atheism.
I'd like you to rant about any religious belief that prevents someone from ranting about people who rant about people who dislike maple syrup, please.
I just think they're all wankers, really, because I mean, I don't understand. It's not an English food; it's American or Canadian or whatever. So I don't see what the big deal is. And you're right, we don't have pancakes; we have crepes. They're not the same. And
We're
I've
not
never had
French.
waffle.
We're not
They're
French.
American as well. Look, you wouldn't rant. You bottled it. You did a gooner. So
We're
let
not
me
French.
rant. Well, I'm ranting. Maple syrup is not a British food. It is an American or a Canadian food. It sounds disgusting. It's sticky, it's golden, it's yuck. So I say stick to the good old British crepe pancake with Jif lemon and sugar. Easy.
Hang on a minute, Kate. You cannot complain. Hang on. Kate, you cannot complain about anything being sticky.
You can get it for
not being in your mouth. You've had-
£3.50 on Asda. You can get
What's that,
it for
Nicholas?
£3.50.
What's
For
that,
what?
Nicholas?
I said you've had worse things in your mouth, so don't be ranting about maple syrup.
Yeah,
You
but
tell her,
I
Nick.
don't
You
mind
go,
the
girl.
taste of that.
Well, what is the most popular food in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland?
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about maple syrup.
Yeah, but what you're saying, Great British pancakes. The most popular food is
Thanks,
chicken tikka masala. That's
Yeah,
not
but that's
Exactly.
because the country's got millions of immigrants in it.
Well, there are-
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, did I hear
I'm
that?
sorry, but you want to go there? It's because the country's not British anymore. It's full of foreigners. That's why we ain't got fish
what
and
do-
chips and then English roast dinner as our
Where did chips come
food
from?
of choice.
Fish and chips was brought over by Scandinavian Jewish
You can
people.
see this lady wanting you out of her country. Hold on a second. We'll just call him my uncle in England, telling him to watch the show. Yeah, no.
Hey,
this
and the
white
good old
lady
English
wants you out.
fryer. None of this
that's
maple syrup on pancakes, cobblers. We want egg, bacon, sausage, beans, mushrooms.
Your bacon sucks.
Yeah.
No, your bacon sucks. It's that
Bullshit.
stupid retro stuff that looks about that thin.
I'm sorry, when was the last time you were here? And
I've
had
seen
bacon
it on the telly.
in it. Thanks. I was there in January. I've had your food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Want to go shove your husband down another flight of stairs and throw your partner under a bus again.
And by the way, the great British food of fish and chips was brought over by Norwegian
Yeah,
Jewish.
Sophie, you're a foreigner. So is Drula. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So is Kuva.
None of our
So is
food
Rez.
from this
So
country
is Ben.
came from this
You're
country.
surrounded.
If I wasn't, what would I eat? I like Greek food. They can stay. Greeks, you can stay.
Rabbit pie,
Lisa,
and
Lisa, sorry. More importantly, did you see Lisa's last comment there? Monster
Where?
Munch looks like her feet. Lisa, honestly, honey, I don't know you, but I don't know if you're single. I don't know your situation, but don't worry about your feet. It's all about the boobs, girlfriend.
What about those?
Your boobs.
Oh,
Yeah,
who?
as long as your boobs look good. Don't
You'll
worry.
love Lisa, Bobby.
I would love Lisa. Oh, you
Well,
know
we
this-
all
okay.
love Lisa, but you particularly love Lisa.
Would really love Lisa.
Kim always threatens that Lisa's going to drink me under the table, and I'm very worried because Kim almost drank me under the table until I got a second wind. So I wonder what Lisa would do to me.
And that's for another show on Shelfside Spurs after dark.
Sorry,
No.
everybody, 1 second.
Anyway, now that we've sufficiently ranted, I believe it's
Who's
time
snoring?
for
The dog.
Big One,
Get
Big
the dog.
One! Yay!
No,
I
it's
get
not.
to run it. I
No,
get
it's
to run
not.
it this week.
No, it's not.
Because, yeah, it is. So, everyone,
Okay.
here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So, drop a cat or drop a dog? Nick.
Dog.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that fucking dog snoring?
Dude, I thought it was a tractor or something running.
This dog, right? It's the ex-wife's dog, right? And she's fucked off to Dominican Republic because she's a cunt and left the kids here with me. That's not why she's a cunt. There's many reasons why. And that's fine. But this dog, right? I've not left the house for 4 days for more than 20 minutes without him. I have to take him everywhere. He's literally like, he won't leave my side.
Aw, he likes you.
And listen to him.
You got competition tonight, mate.
Can't hear him.
As long as
You must be able to see it.
Stop
Look,
eating your damn
I
chips and you'll
would-
hear him.
I would, at this moment in
Lisa.
time, because he is actually quite cute, and I do secretly actually think that I might, like Laura's like, oh, so we're gonna we should get a dog now, blah blah blah, and I was like, maybe, but I'm gonna drop the cats out because the cats think that they own this house, and I've not, and it just goes to show that there's no love affection from cats.
Yeah.
All they do is come in, eat, sleep, and just fucking look at you like you're absolute tossers, and then they fucked off. They fucked off. So I don't know where they are. Don't know where the cats are. They'll probably come back next week, and they'll be like, "Oh, I love you. Oh yeah, where have you been for a week? Where have you been? Yeah, you've been to that house, that house, that house, that house, that house. Drop a cat, like Kurt.
So, Kuba, drop a cat or drop a dog?
I would have said drop a cat because they always land on their feet anyway, and they're just cool like that. But listening to Barry's dog, I've just changed my mind. I think find somewhere fairly lofty and bombs away. Yeah, I think listening to that dog actually, the only thing I can sort of liken it to is imagine that The Shining was remade where all the cast was tied to a fridge freezer.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
A sort of dragging noise.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Ben, drop a dog or drop a cat?
I'm going to use the really boring answer and say drop the cat because it lands on its feet.
Mm-hmm.
I also like animals that ignore me because I'm an introvert. So it's good that when people ignore me, it's great.
Excellent. Kate, drop a cat or drop a dog?
Wait, what is it? One of my own, or is it a certain breed, or is it just in general?
Just pick one, lady.
Generally, like cats or dogs.
This is not. Whoa, hang on, Kate. Kick one is not a chance to go. Well, is it this or is it that?
Yeah, what color is the dog?
Okay.
Color? It's a female dog. Is it she?
I drop
a breeder.
I drop a cat because they're steadier on their feet.
Cat hater.
You
Bobby,
see the picture of my pussy? I love my cats.
Yep.
Bobby,
They love
drop
you.
a cat or drop a dog?
Since he's not here keeping me company like he usually is, and Nick brought up a good point of the lack that they have no loyalty and just basically use you and abuse you, I'm going to go with dog.
Fantastic.
Betrayer.
Yeah, happy.
Nick, would you like to fly or be invisible?
Be invisible, I think, because you could be. You get up to so much without people realizing.
Kuva, would you like to fly or be invisible?
Definitely be invisible. There's far more fun to be had.
This is all so much bollocks. Can I just say that? Well, can I ask the question? Who's going to win this weekend?
We get to that. We haven't finished yet.
No, Rez. Basically,
Yeah.
if you need to go, we can finish the show because I think Kim wants to go because she's had.
It's okay.
She's had a few drinks and she's come home with bum oil.
And
I just want to know who everyone thinks going to win at the weekend. That's all.
We'll come to that.
Some juice.
Come to it now.
No, come to it when I say.
No, come to it when I say.
All right then.
Motherfucker.
Okay, so
The pheromones are actually affecting
Rez.
the quality of your picture.
How the hell are you
North
still
London
on
Derby
screen?
score prediction.
Rez, bye. Rez, bye. Rez, bye.
Bye, Rez.
Here, Rez, bye-bye. Rez.
No, it's
bye,
not
good night,
necessary. I don't. It's not necessary. She's still drunk.
I wear the trousers. No, Rez, you definitely don't. You can go, mate. It's fine.
I don't claim to. I just know that she's going to be drunk for a little while longer.
It's true. I am quite drunk.
But you don't wait too long.
So, North London Derby predictions.
What?
Nick's gone. Kuva, what's going to happen at the weekend?
I'll drop the D. Oh no, it's a different rain, this, isn't it? Okay.
Yes.
Right. I'm going to go for. Well, I always favour the 7-3 scoreline nowadays for obvious reasons. Religious, all of them. And I think this is going to be a game where both sides pack out the midfield, trying to assert dominance in that area of the field. Both like to be possession based, and I think that could cancel each other out. I think that's going to be. Could well be a low-scoring game, but we're going to win it 1-0, definitely, on the way to our winning the league title, which we secure when we send Sheffield United down at the end of the season, where they belong, the dirty, rotten scoundrels, scumbags.
Fantastic. Benji, North London Derby score predictions.
I think I'm going to be in quite a lot of pain. I'm barely able to be able to walk. I'm going to have some pancakes with maple syrup on because I live in a multicultural nation that has many, many different types of food. And I think we're going to have a Desmond Tutu.
Fantastic. Kate, North London Derby score prediction, please.
I'm going to have a nice English breakfast before I watch it, and then a nice English roast, and then I'm going to go 3-3. Sonny to get 2, Kulu to get the winner.
Excellent. In a 3-3 draw, did you say?
Well, not the winner. I was just thinking that. Not the winner, but the equaliser.
There you go. Good. Bobby?
I think it's a 9 a.m. kickoff for us, so I'll have a proper Canadian breakfast with pancakes and syrup. And watch my team go and throttle them at home and get a much-deserved win that we haven't had in over a decade. I think they're on a false high from yesterday's game. They took apart an average-looking PSV that were just didn't show up yesterday. I think they're going to be on an artificial high, and I'm hoping we can use that to our advantage to find an early one. So I think it's going to be 2-1 for us.
Fantastic. Excellent. All right, then. I believe
you're
that
you're not going to give your prediction.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Nick. You went. Sorry, you left.
You're
sorry, Nick.
Yeah, sorry. The dog had gone from snoring to farting, so I told.
Sorry.
Take the dog upstairs. No. He's all right now. I don't love him more than the cats now. After that, I'm going to say after a week that this lad's had. Not only has he given birth to Billy, he's going to score the winner in the North London Derby, and then I'm going to absolutely put everyone, not only the Gooners, everyone call him Chicken Royale. He's not good enough. I'm going on it'll be like a 7-day continuous stream. So that's my prediction. I don't know what the score's going to be. I just know that the GOAT is going to come on and score the winner. So
fantastic. Fantastic.
I like it.
And that is
your prediction for the weekend.
We're going to lose 2-1.
I wish I'd asked him. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry I asked him.
Yeah, sorry, Kim. You know what those things you're going to do to him? Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do nothing.
The only reason being is that we're Spurs fans. Whenever we hope for something, it goes wrong.
So, reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology. Yeah.
Predict the loss, and when we win, shit.
Well, Daniel Levy is saying that he wants us to win.
That's true. That's true. Daniel Levy always wants us to win, apparently. Yeah, doesn't do fuck all about. No, I'm not going to rant. Anyway, that was our show. If I can just say goodbye before Kim rips my face off for whatever reason. Thank you to my panel for joining us. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Kuva. Where can we find you next?
Will find me staring at this screen waiting for Barry's pug to fall past the window there. Saturday night, Bobby Kay and I will be doing another 3 Spurs. We're not doing another 3 Spurs, boys. Why not? I thought we were going to do it again this week.
Tomorrow is what's buzzing.
No, Saturday.
Saturday we're on Kate's.
But don't worry about that. Okay. We'll do both. Right. Just bin her off. We'll see what she's like.
Yeah, today I don't
know. Anyway, go.
Yeah.
You know what? And what we'll do is we'll start 2 hours earlier. Same time her show goes.
We could do like a food show and just not make her part of it because she only wants English.
Recipe channel.
Do a cooking show.
Do a show. What are the best things you put maple syrup on?
Kate's cooking show though would have to be rabbit pie and turnips and swede, and then she'd dismiss the swede because it's
and potatoes.
What's your turnip recipe?
Yeah, Kate.
Lisa, I don't know who you are, but I don't know why I'm getting a
Kim's friend.
Well,
she's told you.
I don't know who she is, though. I don't know who she is. I've never seen Kim's friend. That helps. So
that's enough. What more do you need to know?
Lisa Curtis is my best friend, and she's a very similar amount of alcohol.
You got to remember, Rez, women have ducks.
There's quite a lot. But she's watching, right? Can you guys give some love, please, to Lisa?
Can we say to Lisa Curtis, her boyfriend is an Arsenal fan, so she's got some hard miles to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lisa, dump him. He's
100%. 100%. Something seriously wrong. To save yourself now. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you look out, but save yourself.
She's lovely. She's beautiful. She's my best friend.
Yeah.
What's she doing with a Gooner then, Kim?
I know. It's terrible. I mean, he's a good guy, but apart from that,
no. See what's happened to you? Yeah. What's happened to you? Your friends seen the Gooner and you've changed.
Yeah.
You've really changed.
Yeah.
Smiling Rottweiler that we all came to know and love.
Do you know what she's doing as well next? Shall we send him Rez to Turkey to get some fucking hair in his head? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could do. Absolutely. Nice bit of hair transplantation.
Yeah, exactly.
I should dye it blonde as well after.
Lisa, darling, put something outrageous in the chat.
Absolutely. Benji, where can we find you, sir?
You can find us tomorrow at the Coffee Company at 2 p.m.
Yay! With there may be a couple of people showing up tomorrow.
And I'm really looking forward to that. Those
and Rez.
having a movie day, and what we're going to do is we're going to drink maple syrup in our coffee as well as pumpkin spice lattes. Because anyone that hates maple syrup is wrong. You're wrong.
Those of you who are able, get yourself down to the Coffee Company at number 8, the Broadway, Woodford Green. Don't not do that.
Yeah, don't.
If you have the ability to be there,
don't not do that.
You should be there, right? There's no excuse. Okay, it's like breathing. Yeah. If you can get to the Coffee Company and don't, it's like you have voluntarily stopped breathing.
Yeah.
Right. So do it.
Or make
I'm not going to say that.
Don't say that.
And then we're going to watch Gundam Wing with Rez, and we're going to go through the entire season. It's going to be wonderful.
There you go.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
There you go. That's what we're doing. Kate, where can we find you?
Yeah, Kate.
Tomorrow, 1 o'clock. What?
Pushing men downstairs.
Oh, don't, my poor husband.
I feel sorry for him, Kate.
Bless him. Tomorrow at 1, and then Saturday night I've got a show, North London Derby build up with me and Mia and Ellie at 8 o'clock.
Filth, pure filth.
Any BNP rallies planned or anything like that?
Yeah.
No, that's next week. That's next weekend.
Right.
If you want to subscribe to Kate's channel, just go to www.nationalfront.co.uk. Yeah. Bobby, Cuva's already mentioned, but where can we find you?
Yeah, we're on tomorrow. Actually, we got a 5:30 p.m. UK time show with my cousin Robbie there, the Gooner, and we got TJ Warren from TJ Warren TV coming over, another Gooner, and myself and Cuva. So a little 2-on-2 action there for your viewing pleasure. And unfortunately, it looks like we're going to end up talking about football. But
TJ Waffle TV.
TJ Waffles is coming on. Yeah. So since and it'll be good because with his waffles, I have my syrup. And since Kate is clearly uninvited us from her show that we were supposed to be on Saturday night now by only mentioning her, Ellie, and Mia. Me, Kuva, and Ben will be splintering out and doing a show.
Maple syrup hug along.
What are the
all hug each other.
A hug along.
Friends.
A hug along.
Bobby, she can't have you on her show because then her friends will kick her out of the organization.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is that she knows with the YouTube, the algorithm is saying it's good to have a token, right?
Yeah.
So in reality, her friends.
Oh my God!
Right? And look, and now she goes and puts her hood up.
Hey, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. That was pointing. That pointing at the back. All right, you don't know.
That would have not been.
Oh Jesus!
I'm having flashbacks to that string, Barry.
Oh, Baggy Berry.
Yeah,
we don't want to see Baggy Berry.
Just to make it plain for people, and I'm guessing Kate isn't a horrendous racist. She was being ironic.
Partial.
And her husband is Maltese. Okay.
Rez, she's partial to a white pillowcase and a burning.
Look at Alan. Kate.
Can't bring that up.
It was only because, Kate, when you pulled the hood down over your face, the back pointed up. It turned it into a point. And it's
right up.
Right.
Rewatch this, Kate, and you'll see.
Yeah, when you do that, it looks like, not quite like that, but it does look like a pointed hood.
Rez. There's nothing wrong. Kate's show is going to be all about white pillowcases and burning crosses in the garden.
Piss off.
Anyway, so thank you to everyone for joining us. As always, I'm going to give a big up to everyone who was kind enough to comment in the chat. Do please, guys, like and subscribe if you haven't already. drop us a comment in the bottom of the show, under the show rather than in the chat as well. That would be great. If you can do a little comment for us, that would be lovely.
In the bottom.
And as always, a big up to everyone who commented: Eugene, Adrian Sroka, Andy G, Jim, Chris Agambar, Mark Cousins, Chris Peters, Phil Baby, Norman Stanley Fletcher, Stuart, Robbie, i.e. Lily White Lane, Paul Brown, Roy, Jacob, Ronan, Scooby-Doo, Sophie, Mojo Maxi, Lisa Curtis. Big up to you, Lisa. Thank you very much for joining us. Elise Smithy Smith, Cockney Geezer, Mia, Ian Ferguson, Paddy Hartnett, Steve D, Kimber, who's drunk next to me, the other Lisa, who was also here. Thank you to you, Drula, Mile High Hot, Nick Colliston, who was supposed to be away but was still commenting, Scott Hynam, Scott Jones, Danny Kiriakou, Ryan Isaac, Spurs for Life, Don Vito, Balpinda Begonia, Susie, Alan Sidley, James Harrison, and Ronnie. And also, I'd just like to say big up to the Gooners who joined us. Thank you very much for coming along and helping out a Spurs channel. That's brilliant. It's always good when Arsenal fans help Spurs channels. Marvelous. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
And also, can I just say, you're losing at the weekend. You are losing at the weekend.
There you
have sorry,
it.
Are you pointing at us and saying that to us, Kim, or them?
Yeah.
No, them.
Oh, okay. Rez, sorry, I just want to let you know, when you did that speed thing with your mic, your audio went horrible, and we literally heard half the name. So you're probably going to have to go through the whole list again.
Nah, fuck.
Okay. Problem. That's easy enough. So, a big up to Eugene, Adrian Sroka, Andy G, Jim, Chris Agambar, Mark Cousins, Chris Peters, Phil Baby, Norman Stanley Fletcher, Stuart, Paul Brown, Roy, Jacob, Ronan, Sophie, Mojo Maxi, Lisa Smith, Cockney. Scott Hynam, Scott Jones, Danny Kiriakou, Ryan Isaac, Spurs for Life, Rita Bubb, End of the Guardian, Susie, Alan Simply, James Harrison, and Ron. Thank you very much. Do please like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Out.
Come on, you Spurs.
Fuck off.
Yeah.